Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Last time, on the Outlaws of Greyhawk, the gang fled Crockport under the cover of darkness, blood on their hands, ghosts on their heels. Zakar Cragtooth had been left to die in the street, but his death had stirred up a nest of hornets. Worse still, they had lost their companion to the blade. Gruka had fallen. No time for mourning, no time for farewells. Riding hard through the night, they made camp on a trail leading east to Gull Keep, where they hoped to unravel the mystery of Magnus Crane and his precious cargo. The road was a cruel place. By daylight, the gang found the remains of a traveler, his bones picked clean by vermin and vulture, bearing a coin-filled purse and a delicate silver ring beset with an elegant emerald stone. Digging through the traveler's effects, the party found a silver medallion bearing a lightning bolt designed upon its surface, a holy symbol of Heronius. Farther yet, the party came upon a sun-bleached settlement known as Crimsonbrook, silent and abandoned, like a carcass picked clean. A foul stench on the wind and a herd of sheep grazing on the hillside. In need of supplies, the party rode into town, finding doors ajar and items strewn about as if the townfolk had made some hasty departure. Then came, with a thunder of hooves, death goats, snarling and mad, their eyes lifeless but hungry. They hit hard, knocking riders from their saddles, trampling, batting. Shepherd loomed in the shadows. Its flesh wasted, its breath rank with the stink of the grave. It reached out for Portis, seeking to rip the very life from his bones. Steel clashed. Magic flared. The gang fought like devils, cutting down the undead horrors one by one. The tide turned, but the war was far from over. The stampede gathered, more hooves drumming the ground, more death spilling into the streets. The gang ran, boots kicking up dust, and a hellish herd closing in. Salvation came from a desperate hand, a door thrown open, figures waving from the threshold of the Brass Mule Saloon. The gang drove inside. The door was bolted shut. The survivors, a gnome tavern keeper named Tavish, a fiery auburn-haired gal named Mayra Fleming, her twin daughters, and a handful of ragged folk, huddled in the dim light, eyes full of fear. And on a nearby bench, bleeding out, lay Sheriff Cole Barrett, his Callinston Ranger badge stained with blood. Now the lawman rasped out a plea, voiced barely above a whisper. Something foul had nested in the ruins nearby, something toad-like and terrible. It had taken the town, claimed it, and it would claim their lives too if someone didn't stand against it. With some debate, a semblance of a deal has been struck. At dawn, the plan, as it stands, to draw steel. Every able soul taking up arms against the evil in Crimsonbrook. Win or lose, they would fight, or they would die trying. My friends, we return to this story as the three of you, Philomena, under the guise of Harley, your brother, Hobbin, aka Brother Portis, and Auntie Mel, in a somewhat believable, perhaps, disguise. Perhaps. A bottle's been handed to you, Philomena, by Tavish. Fiery spirits. Burns as it goes down. And you have a moment amongst the three of you as the town folk seem to have rallied a semblance of energy with your apparent pledge to help them. One individual in particular takes an interest. A man by the name of Cooper Mason. Cooper, why don't you tell us, as you step forward, what you look like and how you approached the party?
Well, Cooper, he kind of gets up off who's sitting on the floor playing with one of the kids. trying to keep him entertained. Takes a look at the three across the room, watches the one take a swig.
Thanks, Vamp.
He stands up. He's about 6'2". He's got a slouch hat, Australian style slouch hat on. He's got a beat up leather duster, dusty faded black with dark blue trim. He's got a Callison Ranger badge pinned to it. Looks a little tarnished, a little blood on it. Wearing pants that match, blue stripe going down the side, boots. He's got a sword at his side. He stands up and kind of walks over and looks at him. And by the way, he's also got blonde hair. He's got a nice goatee and everything on. He's very, very good looking. Very, very easy on the eyes. And he kind of walks over and kind of looks the three of them up and says, "Well, I don't know if your story is correct or not, and whether you all know each other, but we definitely could use your help. I was worried I was going to have to go out there tomorrow by myself. Of course, you guys riling those things up outside. I was going to make a run for some potatoes, but I guess I'll have to wait a few hours. But my name's Cooper Mason. I'm a night watch deputy. Cole in there's my boss. Cole, you still alive?"
Yeah, I'm still here. Mason, I'm still here.
Damn it. I was wanted that badge. Maybe in a few hours. But, if you guys are willing to help us, I'm willing to step out there with you in the morning. Through hell or high water, we got to kill that froggy thing, whatever hell is. I mean, my poor deputies, the only other guys I could depend on, they're gone. Poor old Irwin and Krause. Killed them pretty fast, but they didn't know what they were heading into. But I'm looking at Brother Portis there. I'm looking at like, you said your name is Hoban?
Yeah, Hoban. You just call me Hoban.
Yeah, we really didn't confront these things, but they still bleed, right?
Oh yeah, they put up a fight, but they go down.
All right. Well, I'm not sure why you guys are here. Nobody ever comes to this town. I mean,
Well, no, as I was explaining, we thought we'd come over here and set up some business. We don't know a whole lot about this area, and Crimsonbrook seemed like, small town, sort of, I don't know, a ranching community or a farming community. And so we thought, we could come over here and help expand the wares or what have you. But that well's dry.
Unfortunately, we were kind of a farming type community and a few wares here and there, but as you can see outside, the goats that we did have that died turned up like that. The ones that didn't come back right away, we had to take care of them too, so we got none left. This town ain't much left, and I would suggest going on further up eventually if you can get out there, if you survive this nightmare we're living in.
I hope that we'll be able to at least get this town to some sort of peace to hopefully return to its former glory.
It's a nice stop, but this town never had much glory. We're kind of like, we used to be a big town, but then, the other places opened up and nobody came this way, really. I mean, if anybody goes by, they take a look and they keep going faster usually. But... That's right, Tavish.
Well, so much for that big idea that we had, fam. I don't know what we make of that, but we're sort of roped into helping out anyway.
Many of you guys
with Auntie's permission.
I'm a little bit hurt, but I'll be all right with a little bit of booze.
Yeah. No. We got plenty of that.
I appreciate it. Oh, more? Oh, okay. She now has 2 bottles, I think, from the last drink that he handed her.
Cooper's just like, nah, don't go wasting that, Tavish. If you want to move out of here, you're going to have to sell some of that to make some money. That all right. I won't get
I
drunk.
just need a little bit of courage in my chest.
I go behind the bar and I grab like my own personal bottle that I've got. It's like behind like all the other bottles, and it looks like a really expensive brandy or something. And you think I'm gonna go? I literally go up like this with the bottle. I go, you think I'm uncouth, don't you? And I go in my pocket and I pull out my own shot glass.
So Mel sees Philomena, getting like a little bit excited that she's going to be, getting some spirits. So she realizes that to keep the facade going, she's going to go over to Philomena and say, Harley, don't drink too much or else you'll be useless tomorrow. Just pace yourself.
That loosens you up.
When's the last time you saw me? I shouldn't ask that. I won't go crazy, I promise. Just a little sip.
Okay. You can have your fun, but not too much fun. We are here on business.
I can't disagree with that, sis. I think you need a little sleep is probably really what you need. But that, just a sit, that'll help you. Yeah, I do. I remember my heyday.
So, yeah, how late is it right now? It's evening, right? Obviously.
Yeah, it's night. It's after nightfall for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, dawn comes pretty early. Don't drink too much. Don't expect breakfast. We do got coffee though.
Something's better than nothing.
We got some hardtack. It's actually pretty good. Homemade. Well, Sophia over there in the corner, she makes it. I think she's got a few pounds somewhere. The kids can't lay it. The teeth ain't strong enough. But
Harley looks like she's gonna say something and then stops herself and lets you keep going.
I'm just like I'm trying to be like the gracious guy, trying to like look like I'm the new man in the house because Sheriff Cole is incapacitated.
I ain't dead yet, you son of a bitch.
Shut up, you bastard. When's the last time you ever made an arrest besides, resting your ass in the rocking chair?
Well, I figure there's probably, from what I hear about it, there's not enough people coming through here to cause up any trouble. Well, and then you got your own trouble. And what I know about what's going on out there, not arresting any of them.
Nah, I never really arrest anybody. I usually just, if I see some drunk walking and I give him an order, he don't listen, I just shoot him in the ass with a crossbow bolt. That's all. Ain't that right?
Bigger problems out there on the hill.
Cooper Mason talks a big game, but he ain't done shit around here to make this town any better than it ever was.
Yeah, well, I do.
You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody, Mason.
You see any of those men sitting down on bar stools? Because they can't, because their ass still hurts from the last time I shot them.
There's a lot of ornery energy around here, but it's on account of, most of the townsfolk being dead.
Yeah, also being stuck here in
will.
Grass mule for 3 days.
Yeah, this tavern's feeling a little smaller and a little smaller as the time goes by. I can tell you that right now. I think I might just find myself a corner and get some rest.
Oh, if you want to go sit out on the roof, you can go into the back room. There's a ladder in the corner. It goes up. You just push, and there's a little hole that goes out to the roof. It's usually where we throw our garbage out. If we don't want them to see what we're throwing out, we just toss it out the back. But I go up there, and it's a good place to sit and think sometimes. It's also a good place to scout out, so we can go up there in the morning and look out, and we could see where anything is. And maybe if we go up early enough, we could see them 3 shepherds sitting up on the hill, but I ain't worried about that. We got to get over to that ruin and take care of that damn amphibian.
That frog, yeah.
After hearing Cooper talk about, the spot on the roof, she, kind of slips out and she goes and she finds that area where you can pop open a little area, and she goes up there and she sits out there and she kind of like meditates, but also is keeping a watch out, just without just without anybody else knowing. She kind of needed definitely needed a break just from everything that's been happening, center herself, put her mind back on track, but also, you know, keeping a lookout for anything else that happens to bump in the night.
Probably
When you
should have
get-
told her relax.
When you make your way up the ladder and get up onto the rooftop, it's a steep pitched roof, so it's not super easy to navigate, but you find a perch, you get up there, and you look about. It is a clear, beautiful night. If it wasn't for the circumstance of the predicament that you're in right now, this would be just a beautiful place. There's a cool breeze that you can only imagine is coming off the water of the Wyastill Lake to the west. There's not a cloud in the sky. The stars are bright and shining down. Not a moon. There's no moon right now. It must be a new moon or somewhere in the cycle maybe. But it's just beautiful.
So while she's sitting up there, she kind of gets a little bit of that homesickness, because this village, it does remind her of her own village that she came from. The quietness, the stillness, just the beautiful, you know, aspect of it. And then she gets, you know, she goes down memory lane thinking of, you know, her and her brother when they were kids, him taking care of her, you know, and then she kind of, she gets a little bit, you know, a little bit of that depression going through her, because she's so desperate to avenge her brother, but she's also feeling like that she's, you know, getting a little tired of just, you know, the murdering, the killing, just from sitting up on that perch on the roof and just looking out over the village, and it reminding her of home that she hasn't been back to in so long because she got banished from her village, and she's just, you know, reflecting back on the past of being up there, and then keeping a watch out for anything that possibly could come.
The book weighs heavy on you, it sounds like.
It does. It is a very heavy burden, but it also, you know, it keeps her going.
Yeah. You sit up there for quite a while, and by the time you come back down, whenever you do come back down into the tavern, most of the other folk are either pretending to sleep or trying to sleep or sleeping or just sitting there in silence, some of them. As that's happening, just a sec, Jeff. As that's happening, is there anything that the rest of you would want to do before we move on with the night's rest? I'll go to Philomena first.
Yeah, Philomena would like to look for Mara, which I assume would not be too difficult to find in such a
No. Yeah.
small town. And
Yep.
Approach her.
Oh, hey.
Hey there. I was wondering if I could speak to you over on the side a minute.
Oh, yeah. She looks down at her girls. You girls just try to get some sleep, all right? Oh, Ma, come on. Can't we stay up? Girls, tomorrow's a big day. We're going to need everybody to be brave tomorrow, okay? I need you to get some sleep. Or at least pretend, okay? All right. She tucks them in a little bit with a blanket. All right, then. Yeah, let's go over here. She finds a quiet spot in the corner at one of the tavern tables. You know, we're real grateful that you're going to help us and everything.
I mean, of course, you know, if we're here, we might as well help. I have a mighty big problem at hand, and I'd like for you all to be able to find some sort of semblance of normalcy if possible, again.
Yeah, or at least get out of this town in one piece. That would be nice too.
That too. Her voice kind of drops a little quieter.
What's on your mind, dear?
Well, what I really wanted to tell you was that I'm really sorry, but
Sorry.
I think we did find your husband on our way here.
Eugene?
I think we did. And I'll take out the ring that looks very similar to her own and kind of quickly press it into her hand.
Instantly a tear rolls down her cheek. No. Oh my God. The man you found. No. Eugene, you done got yourself killed. I told you not to go. Stubborn son of a bitch.
I'm really, really sorry for your loss. I know with everything going on, I can't imagine how you are feeling right now. Our mom, Hope and Minds, she raised us herself until she passed, and she, was incredible. The things that she did, the way that she cared for us, and she did that all on her own. And I know that sounds, I'm sure, mighty scary.
Yeah. Eugene was a good man. Raised those girls like they was little princesses out in the free city of Greyhawk or something. Treated me with respect. You can't find that in too many men around here. Not no more. God damn. I told him not to go. He had to try to be a hero. There's no stopping Eugene when he gets something in his head like that, you know? Trying to do something good for other people. Sometimes that can turn around and bite your ass. Sorry.
Say as much as you need to. Here. And she'll take out the bottle that she was handed earlier, take a bit of a swig, and hand it to her as well.
She grabs it, pulls it close, and just kind of looks at it. Wipes her tears. Eugene would want us to be strong. Finish this and do right by these people. He'd like you, your friends, hero types and all. We're real lucky to have you here. I wish you could have met him. I think you would have liked him too. She takes a big old swig. Holy shit.
Pat her back. I'm sure I might have as well.
You know,
I like you.
This one time, and she starts to go into like a bit of a story about Eugene and, you know, going along the shoreline and finding little secret caverns along the rugged coastline where they would look for seashells and agates and the like. You get a sense that he was a decent, hardworking fella. I
think for like the remainder of our conversation, we're just going to be sharing stories back and forth of hers, of Eugene, and Philomena of her mom. Just things that they used to do and reminiscing a little bit. And I think that it's not something that Philomena has gotten to do since her mom died, because she didn't really have anybody to do that with other than herself. And so having someone that she can explain just how wonderful her mother was, I think they both definitely end up crying at some parts.
She before you're done having your conversation, or as it's winding down, she reaches down into like the bosom part of her dress and she pulls out this necklace, this leather necklace that she has on, and it's kind of like a scapular, right? It's just a small leather patch, and it has a lightning bolt embossed on it, the symbol of Flanaess. And she She takes it off and she slides on the table towards you, says, this might help keep you safe out there. I know you may not be, it's presumptuous for me, but even if you ain't the religious type or the worshiping kind, it can't hurt to have the gods on your side every once in a while.
Are you sure? This is yours.
You take it. It's my gift in return for you bearing the news and telling it to me straight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. She'll kind of pick it up by the necklace and look at it, and I don't think her mother wasn't a religious type, and she's never really stayed around to listen to those that want to talk about it. So I think this is one of her first times, like, close to a symbol of some deity, like, actually within her palms. So put it in her bag.
Yeah, as you're kind of taking that in, she just kind of stands up and starts to walk away, and then she just kind of stops standing next to you as you're sitting. She puts her hand on your shoulder just for a minute. And you get that sense of warmth that you haven't felt in a long time. And then she just kind of walks off and goes and joins her daughters.
Philomena, a deep breath of trying to hold back the tears that she really wishes to shed right now, and instead takes another swig of the alcohol, sets it down, and goes to actually find Mel. Would she still be on the roof at this point?
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
Philomena will scurry up the ladder and kind of peek it up to see if she spots her. Shimmies out when she does, and it keeps her distance, doesn't want to get too much into her space because clearly she wants some. Hey, Aunt Mel. Are you doing all right?
So she doesn't hear you at first, but if you looked really closely, you could see this look on her face that you've never seen before. She has her face covering down because she was by herself. You could see this look on her face of, just sadness mixed with, remembrance. And you've never seen that look on her face before. But she doesn't hear you at first. So she doesn't take any notice of you.
There's definitely a hesitance when she doesn't realize that she's there, because typically Belle is very on it of noticing things and being aware. It's how she keeps herself safe. And so, like, finding her in this moment of vulnerability is a little scary. But she'll kind of lower herself down the ladder and make a louder opening of the hatch, let it slam a little bit to spook her out of it.
At that, she'll definitely pull out her dagger because she thinks something is attacking.
Just me.
She was in her head. And she looks at you, she goes, "Don't you realize you can easily die? Do you want that to happen?"
I face my mortality every day. I would rather not meet my end so soon. Are you okay?
She, jams her dagger back in its sheath, and, she goes, "I'm fine. I always have been."
Huh.
What is it? Why did you come up here?
Well, I know a lie when I see one. And she'll kind of close the hatch and keep at least like a good 3 feet between them, but she'll sit down.
After she closes the hatch, she'll kind of like hang her head, because after that statement, she's like wondering. She's like, what did she see? Was it my tone? Was it my facial expression? She's like, I got to keep this cold, hard persona, because she's been wearing that all her life, basically. So she doesn't want anybody to dig deep enough to realize just how messed up and, afraid and alone she is. But she kind of just puts it to the back of her mind. And she goes and opens up the hatch, and she calls down to Philomena. She goes, "Am I needed? Like, or what's going on?"
I was just checking on you.
Well, I'm fine. Are you sure you haven't had too much to drink?
I have had 3 sips exactly, and as lightweight as I am, that is not enough. Does it bother you that I care?
Yeah, it does very much. I'm not used to having people care about me. It's new. It's invading. So I stay away from it. I brush people off. I reject it.
How does that feel?
It's comforting, because then I don't have to go down my horrible road of my past. And if I say this, you better not breathe a word. One word. I don't care if you're in my book or not. It does get lonely being by yourself a lot. All the time. Not having anybody to rely on. Not having anybody in your corner, at your back. Because what you've been through, you have to put up a wall, and then you have to reinforce those walls. It's tough. It's hard. It's no life to live. But at the same time, I chose this for myself. Because at that time I built these walls. That was the only way to protect myself and to keep living, to keep going, to find out exactly what happened to my brother and who did it. So I don't really have a lot to live for, except this one thing. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that I finish this before I see the end of my life.
It's never too late to make another choice. No one's ever too far gone.
Sorry.
I have lost everything, and have been making choice after choice, and a lot of those I regret, and I'm happy that we're finally getting a chance to do right by other people, to help in some way that isn't just for our own self-interest. And that feels good. And I hope that you can find something that feels good too, other than what you're used to.
What I'm used to is killing. And, on this personal quest. I don't know anything else besides that. I've had to fend for myself the majority of my life. There's not a lot of happy times since my brother died that I can even count on one hand. So when you say there's another choice, it's not too late. Excuse me for, thinking that that's a little bit hard to picture at the moment.
You say killing is what you're used to. Maybe try not. I mean, the people, the names in your book, how do you know that they're involved? Have you asked them questions? Have you figured out the connection between all of them? Do you know how Portis is involved in all of this? Have you talked to him about it before threatening to murder him?
I have yet to get around to asking Portis why his name is in my book, but I don't know the matter of how the names show up. All I know is once I've gotten the information out of them that I've wanted and I've killed them, their name gets marked off. So not given any other clues, this is the only direction I'm given. This book owns me, it leads me, it guides me. So my life is in this book, and I'm driven to follow it.
Well, if you ever get tired of being lonely and feeling like there's no way out, ask some questions. Try to find why the book is doing that. Ask Portis how he's involved.
Oh, don't worry, he has his time coming.
That's so threatening. Talk to me, to Portis, to someone. I know we've only met a couple of days, and I have seen your skills firsthand. But there's something else under there that you are scared to show, scared to reveal, or scared to be, even. And I think I'd like to meet her.
There may be a chance that you get to meet, the little girl that was left behind when her brother was killed, when she was banished, once everything with this book is done. Right now, she has to stay locked away.
Time? You say that you will go at this until you are dead. Are you just going to keep hounding this and beating, I'm sorry for saying this, but this dead horse until you're gone too? Before you have had a chance to even live a life?
I have a good feeling we're coming up on the end, though. Don't ask me how. The name Magnus Crane calls out to me like none of these other names have before. And we are so close. I literally can taste it. We are so close. So it might take longer, but who knows? But I trust my gut instincts, because that's basically also what I've lived on as well. It's my gut instincts. And it is telling me that he is the last person.
I hope you find what you're looking for. I'm gonna go sleep. I recommend that whenever you're done feeling and thinking, you do the same.
I'll be up here for a little bit longer. That was a lot to unload. I need to. That was the most I have unloaded to anybody. It was relieving. It was relieving. But now I have to simmer. I have to put myself back in my mindset. Get on straight and narrow.
Good night, Mel.
Adios.
Vaya con Dios.
I love Mel. All right, so Mel, you stay a bit longer on the rooftop, and as we said before, when you come back down, people are, it's quiet, it's dark, and people are mostly trying to sleep or sleeping. Philomena, you make your way back down and find a spot to rest your weary bones and hopefully gather some of your strength for tomorrow. Portis, there was something that you wanted to do as well, it sounds like.
I just want to say that way before that all happened, I decided it was time for me to get some rest. And I went over and I found a nice comfy corner and I took one of them woolen blankets. I know they're a bit scratchy, but I'm not changing my clothes or nothing. I'm just going to get comfortable. And as I lay back, I see one of the townsfolk looking at me, and I just give them a wink and a smile, sort of reassuring them, And then as I roll over to the wall, I turn my face away and I think about the chaos that surrounds me. And I reflect on my steps and my moves. I'm satisfied that I've done a good job covering my trail since Crockport. And I reflect on the father at the Church of Procan and the missing brother that they'll no doubt be looking for. Should keep them quite busy for some time. And looking around to make sure there's no one paying any conspicuous attention to me and perhaps reading my thoughts, I face the wall, smile a bit, and stick out my forked tongue and lick my lips. Know that I'm in a good place and go to sleep.
Dastardly is the word. All right. So you begin to fade as well into a rather restful, surprisingly restful slumber. Cooper, is there anything that you would want to do before the night is done and we take our rest?
Yeah. I'm not ready. Okay. Cooper's gonna. He was sitting there. He watches. He figured that Mel had gone to the roof. It's like the nicest place in town, and he had seen Philomena, head off. He saw Brother Portis, do his thing, and he's thinking to himself, or he's kind of half mumbling. He likes to hear himself talk once in a while, and he's like, those three should do pretty good, I think. I think they'll hopefully they'll take care of this. And he's like thinking to himself, he's like, okay, let's see, this thing's a giant frog, huh? Let's see, what do frog eats? He's like looking for Travis. Travis is like asleep somewhere, and he's like, that's right. Back when we were kids, put on the lake, Dad pulls hate fire. They explode when they burn. So he goes into like the back storeroom, starts finding jugs, empty oil containers, whatnot, and he's going into the supply where they keep the oil for the oil lamps in the tavern, and he's going to start making some Molotov cocktails. Maybe like 4 or 5 of them, in case the other people want to have one. You light it, you throw it. Hopefully, it catches this big frog thing. Maybe it won't like fire. He's thinking tactical back to 20 years ago when he was a soldier, and he's like, going back to war. This is going to be good. It won't be like before. He's like, this isn't a real war, so be careful what you do. Cooper. During the war, you do things and everyone thanks you for it. And then after the war, they call it the war crime. But I'm not the criminal. you know. And so he basically makes these things, and he kind of checks on everybody. He had seen Philomena kind of take off with Mira, and he saw Mira go back to, you know, the kids after a little conversation. You know, nothing gets by him. He's fairly, you know, being a deputy, he notices small things, and he's kind of going on the assumption that Eugene is gone. And Eugene was probably the one person in town that Cooper looked up to. You know, it wasn't, you know, his boss, you know, Cole Barrett. You know, it wasn't the sheriff. You know, the sheriff was kind of mean to him, but you know, Eugene, being a family man and a good man, he's, you know, I guess maybe he saw a few things in Cooper to settle him down a little bit. You know, Cooper likes violence, you know, where he can, hence shooting drunks in the ass with his crossbow. He thinks it's funny. But once he's done making a few, you know, Molotov cocktails, he's going to get his pillow and his blanket and probably in the back room. Before he goes to bed, he's going to go over to Mira. If she's half awake, she probably never sleeps anyways. And he's going to kind of kneel down and say, like, "Are you okay?" And he hands the two kids, you know, he pulls apples out of his coat and puts an apple in each one of the kids, so when they wake up, they have a breakfast. But he looks at Mira and he's like, "Are you okay?"
Fine.
Did she tell you something?
That's for me. Go to bed, Cooper.
Okay. And he kisses her on the forehead, and he'll go back to storeroom and maybe check on the sheriff, make sure he's still breathing, and then he'll go to bed. Yeah, he's just gonna sleep in his clothes, maybe take the jacket off. That's about it. And he's gonna go to bed and try to make sure he's the first person up.
Okay.
Just going to bed thinking like, I hate responsibility.
I have a really quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Philomena is currently disguised using her whatever ability she has to do that.
Mask of many faces.
Can she keep that up when she's asleep?
Doubtful, but you'll go ahead and go ahead and look it over. I would say no, probably not. It probably has a duration or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's disguised self. So
so there's a limit. Yep.
Oh, that's
no, you wouldn't be able to. But you could like Jeff just said, you could cover yourself with a blanket or just turn. You just hope nobody wakes you up in the middle of the night to have a conversation with you.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Portis is under a similar situation, but I also have my disguise kit, so I've been doing a combination.
Mm-hmm.
Would Mel?
You know, it was dark in the tavern too, so not too brightly lit.
Would Mel kind of know that about Philomena, that she can't keep up her disguise for if she sleeps?
I don't know. Maybe.
Seen it before where it's run out of time and you've gone back to normal, or did you just, it hadn't made it the time yet and you kind of like dissolved it yourself?
I don't think it's ever made the time.
Okay. Well, whether she knows or not, because of when Mel decides to come back down, because, you know, after the, you know, heart-to-heart that her and Philomena had, she goes and, you know, sits right next to her. You know, an auntie looking out for her niece.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Portis can fend for himself.
At least you didn't put a knife in your ribs, you know. All right, so night falls. You've each, you know, taken your steps and your method to gather yourselves, and one by one you slip off to sleep. The night is relatively uneventful, I would say. And the only reason I say relatively uneventful is because at some point in the night, Philomena, you have this strange sensation, almost as if you're being watched. And you snap out of your slumber. You don't find yourself laying on the ground in a dusty old tavern in some podunk town. No, you're standing at some grand entrance to a opulent candlelit banquet hall. The air is thick with the scent of wine and candle wax and the sounds of laughter and revelry coming from up ahead. And you look around, the walls are draped in heavy velvet, curtains that seem to shift as if there are figures moving behind them. The ceiling disappears into darkness. And there's this massive banquet table that stretches before you, lined with guests, all of them clad in elegant yet tattered garments. Each one of them wearing a mask, some of them gilded and ornate, others crude, appearing to be handmade, others cracked with age. And you kind of instinctively reach up to your own face and realize that you too are wearing a mask. I'm curious, Philomena, what does your mask look like?
I think that it covers her complete face, but it's almost like a mirror. There are some gilded edges around the side that catch the candlelight and look almost like it's burning, but the rest of it is a reflection of everything else around her. The faces, the masks, just her own, vanished beneath everyone else's.
Very cool. You see a seat that awaits you at just near the head of the table. Just one place removed from the figure at the very end. Obviously the host. An elegantly clad woman, also wearing a mask. This one featureless, a deep matte black, a void as if endless as you gaze upon it, a void where the face would be expected. They lift their goblet in greeting, and you can see through the glass, the liquid inside shifting, a dark, thick, clinging, cloying, crimson libation. Sit, dear one. The feast has been prepared.
I think that there's definitely confusion and fear, but also intrigue of this feels very real, but she knows where she was and decides not to say anything and goes to sit.
The voice is familiar to you. You've heard this voice before. A voice that has guided you, has consoled you, has provided you with consultation and advice in the past, has aided you in your nefarious plots. Give me a perception check, please.
Ah! First roll! Oh no!
Oh gosh.
Perception. I do not have high wisdom. Oh! 18.
All right. You take your seat and look about, and you can see that this is just a ridiculously plentiful feast. Succulent meats, overripe fruits that seem to burst with juice, golden pastries dusted with sugary glitter. Yet there's a sense of decay that lingers around the edges. It's just like it's just out of eyesight, but present. You can feel it. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Maybe you can smell it. Maybe you can hear it, like a crawling, like a skittering. The masked host sets down their goblet and looks to you. We dine on the bounty of revelation, Philomena. I'm so glad you're here to partake, to taste the truth. Are you ready to feast?
Is it you?
Of course it's me, dear one. Of course.
Wow. Am I dreaming right now?
Of a sort.
Do you have a name that I can call you?
A name. Yes, you may call me Nyx.
Nyx. It's a pleasure to meet you face to face, Nyx. Or whatever equivalent this may be.
Of course, we all bear our masks. Some can be removed. Others are more permanent in nature. Sometimes the masks we don are those that are with us for the rest of our days.
I can hear some truth in that.
A servant of sorts steps forward, pours what appears to be a deep crimson red wine into a goblet in front of your place setting. This is when you notice that there is roasted meat and breads and vegetables and food piled on a plate in front of you. Please, you must be hungry. After everything you've done, the things you've seen and done. What an adventure.
It's not over yet.
Indeed, it isn't.
If we're not in a... I suppose it'd be rude of me to refuse. She'll reach for the safest option, which is likely the bread. Then tear a little bit off and kind of look around and see if anyone else is eating.
Oh, yes. As you look around, the rest of the guests are eating and drinking, and they appear to be having, very important and spirited conversations, although you can't hear any of the conversations that are taking place. In fact, everything is focused on your one-on-one with this individual. But yes, there are people reveling around the table. Some of them appear to be drunken with food and drink.
Would you like a bite as well, Nyx?
Oh, I've had my fill. But she does hold up her empty glass, and the servant comes back around and pours a full glass for her. You seem to be doing quite well with what I've asked you to pursue. Yes?
Getting closer, yeah.
Magnus Crane.
Could I ask your interest in him? Do you know more than I do about him? Anything that you could tell me that might be helpful?
Well, I've picked up a few things along the way, I must admit, but in general, I find him to be interesting. A man with great ambition. A man with secrets. Like most men, I suppose, this one could be useful.
To you?
To us, my dear. To us. I do have plans, dear one, as do you. But there is a slight wrinkle. She kind of looks at you knowingly.
I can guess what that wrinkle is.
Yes.
You kind of need him alive in order for him to be useful.
And our companion, Melantha, she meddles. This book of hers whispers names that do not belong within its pages. Magnus Crane's name should not be there. Not yet, anyways. Even I did not foresee this. But you have an opportunity. We have an opportunity. Do we not?
I suppose so. I'm making room. I'm sure you've seen I've been talking to her. I hope that there can be room for persuasion.
If anyone is able to do it, it's you. That's why I answered your call. If Melantha snuffs him out, we may lose something valuable, and I do despise losing. And as she says that, you finally hear the rest of the party around this table. They start to let out this sort of brittle chuckle. And you sort of look around, and they are all turned and looking at the two of you having this conversation. Everything else is done, and they're just looking at you. She leans forward. So tell me, dear one, when the time comes, will you protect what is useful? Or will you let her take him from us?
Oh, I mean, I'll talk to her. I need him. With how much she believes in revenge, I feel that maybe there'll be some sympathy for me in mine. Maybe she can save his name for last.
Maybe. Talk. Oh, you are such a sweet one. But I had something else in mind. And you look down at where your plate was. It's gone. There is a sickle that is set in front of you. It has a bone handle and this black stained blade. As a token of my good faith and belief in your better judgment, your abilities. A tool to aid you in your quest. But as you probably already guessed, much like the powers that I have bestowed upon you, to hide yourself, to conceal your true identity and such, my gifts come with strings.
All right. I know that I promised that I'd help you when the time comes with something rather fake.
This is it, my dear. Make good on this, and we shall put an end once and for all to your governess. Not just a thorn in the side of the Merchants Guild, the same guild that did nothing while your mother suffered and died. They will be no more.
She'll pick up the blade.
You pick up the blade and the table flickers. Everything dissolves like ink in water, fades away. And that's when you wake up, feeling rested, feeling rejuvenated, feeling healed of your wounds from the previous day's battle. And in your hand, you grasp the sickle, the black harvest. And that, my friends, is where we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna go hunting for toads down by the river. Thanks to you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Really appreciate you guys. If you are so inclined, we do have, and I saw Jay jump in, Lord Gazumba, great to see you. We do have the St. Jude fundraiser that's coming up. I encourage you all to check it out. We're going to be playing a bunch of games. The Greyhawk community is going to be running games all weekend long and raising money. The 7th annual Greyhawk Creative St. Jude fundraiser. There's a link right there if you want to get an early donation and influence the game that we'll be playing on Sunday. You can level up the party. You can bestow magical items and new spells for our magic user. I hope that you'll participate. We hope to see you during all the games. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Stay tuned. We return to the story here, y'all. And you wake from your slumber. You can see beams of light sort of shining through where the wooden planks have been boarded up to protect the windows, and there's just little bits of light that stream in. And some of the people are rubbing their eyes as the townsfolk, as they're waking up and gathering themselves together. You can see the gnomish tavern keep Tavish. He's sharpening his short sword. You can hear the shing, shing, shing as he's sharpening against a stone. Sheriff Cole Barrett is standing up from his pallet, and he's sort of looks like he's wanting to go with, but he doesn't look like he's in any sort of condition to do so. There are a couple of folks that are going to join you. It looks like a couple of the other townsfolk, but there's 3 others in the 4 of you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Cooper, and give me an intelligence check, please.
Intelligence check. Ooh, I gotta get my dice out. Okay. Yeah, Cooper would probably be, if Tavish and Cole were up, I would probably be up over there, probably trying to convince, Cole to just sit your ass down. Let's see, intelligence check. Let's see, that's a 13 on the die plus. Ooh, I am pretty dumb. That'd be a 12.
Oh, you're not dumb. You have a -1 to your intelligence. That's not bad.
Yeah.
You were able to put together 4 of the Molotovs.
Oh, the Molotov cocktails.
Yep.
I literally, like, as each of the new people wake up, I would offer each one of them, and explain to them if they're not quite sure what it is. You light this little end here, and you throw the clay pot at the thing, and you let it break, but that's when they wake up. Yeah. So I made 4 of them. I put one of them securely in I have a belt satchel that I'll put it in there with some cotton around it.
Sounds good. The sheriff pulls you close and he says, Cooper, I don't think I'm going to be able to ride out this morning. I can barely stand, but I want you to have this. I know I was hard on you, but you needed it. Quite frankly, when you came here, you're running from something. I don't know what it was, and I didn't care. You came here to work, and you're a good worker. I think shooting people in the ass with your crossbow is a bit of a problem. But other than that, you're a decent fella, even though you try not to be sometimes. He reaches down and he unbuckles the sheath of his sword, You know this sword. You've seen it. It is a beautiful, beautiful long sword. He pulls it and he hands it to you and he says, I want you to take this. Maybe it'll help you. It'll definitely do more good in your hands than it'll do in mine.
I put my hand out. I grab it. It's probably in the sheath. I grab it by the sheath. And I look him straight in the eye. Kind of like he's holding it. I hold it. I kind of pull him a bit forward, pull myself forward. I look him right in the eye and I'm like, Cole, you never even let me touch this. You sure? It may not come back.
Don't make me reconsider this decision, you bastard. And he says, of course I want you to have it.
I look at him. I say, all right, man. You know, I love you. I said, and by the way, those arrows in their asses, I said, not for nothing, but on each one of those arrows, I wrote down their offense. So when they pulled that motherfucker out, they knew what they done wrong. They never did it again. Now, actually, old Billy over there, he's got 3 shots in his butt, but he's kind of stupid.
Believe me, I heard about every single one of those. You didn't know the shit I shielded you from, Cooper. But we'll let that rest for now.
Hey,
right now, I need you to focus. I need you to focus.
I'm trying.
You're about all this town has left. You just shut up for a minute and let me do my thing here. I'm trying to tell you something, boy.
I sit down.
Shit. All right. He sits down next to you. He's like, look, whatever it is out there is real dangerous. And I don't know what those shepherd fellas have to do with it. These strangers that came into town, they're hiding something. I don't know what it is. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't care. As long as they're willing to help us in this time of need, I'm willing to look the other way on whatever this fishy business opportunity story is that they're trying to sell us. I don't care. But you keep your head on a swivel out there. You watch your back. I want you coming back here. And as much as I hate to say it, you bring old Tavish back too, that son of a bitch. He's the best damn barkeep we've had.
He is good.
Yeah.
All right.
Be careful out there. Make sure you come back in one piece, or at least most of you.
I take off my weapon. It's on a baldric kind of going across, and I hand him mine. I said, look, just in case you might need this, had her a long time. She always did me well, But I grip his sword and I hooked up, and I kind of stand up and I said, maybe I didn't hate you as much as everyone thinks I did, but you got to put on a show, You got to make people know you don't got a heart. You're willing to do whatever it takes to protect the town. You can't have a heart if you got to do that. You got to be tough. I got to be tough today, so I will.
You're good, man,
I
Cooper.
about these guys. You are right. There's something fishy about them. And I'll get them out of town too. I may have to escort them out of town. I may not be back for a few days. But you take care of Mira and the kids. I think something happened to Eugene. She looked upset last night. She wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, it was a fool's errand trying to make it all the way and back, but goddamn if we didn't need to do something. Hey, look, before you go, I know I was supposed to drink this damn thing, but I'm too damn stubborn. Take it and keep it close. He hands you a common potion of healing.
I'm like, you sure you shouldn't use this right now on yourself because you look like shit?
That's not going to help me. This is something different. And he pulls back the bandages and you can see like this necrosis that runs down his chest beyond his shirt as he kind of opens it up. This is something different entirely.
Yeah, it don't look good. I say, you know what? I got something else to give you. I get up and I go right behind the bar, a little hidden spot where I hide my bottles. And I go, here you go. This might help you out a little bit. And I hand him this bottle. It's dusty. It looks like I haven't touched it in months. and hand it to him, and it says "Bottled Lightning." So
Hot damn.
Yeah, that right there's bottled lightning. You don't get.
He takes the bottle from you, and then he reaches up to shake your hand.
I take
Get out there and do your job and get your ass back here.
Yeah, I get up, I salute him. Charleston Rangers forever.
Hooah. The longsword that he gave you is a +1 magical longsword.
Sweet. Oh.
It looks as though, you pull it, you've seen it before, but you kind of pull it out of the sheath a little bit to look at. I mean, it's got like elven script on it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful sword.
Yeah, I look at it. I look back at him as I'm walking away with a lot more respect. Like, just seeing that sword makes me finally realize what a life he probably had, and a life that I probably could have had. If I had been more honorable. So I look around. I look to see if Hoban is awake, and I look over where Phil was sleeping, and I basically wait for them to wake up. I'm scrounging around for any kind of food to give to the kids. Screw the adults.
Yeah, I mean, most of everything that's edible has been gathered up and is being sort of like rationed out, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like they're all trying to take care of each other here. So that's already been taken care of. But yeah, at this point, like everybody's awake. You guys are all sort of gearing up, getting things ready to go. So is there anything that you guys want to do before you leave? Any final?
I was going to say the first thing I do is when I wake up on my side facing the wall, I'm quietly mumbling to myself, and I will re-up my disguised self for my Hobbin appearance.
Okay.
I think Philomena does the same. She woke up a little bit earlier, but put the sickle back where she typically has it, disguised herself, and just kind of laid down thinking about it all, pretending to sleep. So when she hears people starting to wake, she'll yawn,
It's probably second nature to you the past couple of weeks, It's like you wake up and you just, whatever. Oh, who am I today?
Anything, Coco, that you do in the morning here?
Yeah, Mel's kind of like, putting herself together, checking her weapons, checking all of her gear, making sure that she's, got everything that she's possibly going to need for where we're about to go and who we're about to, bring carnage to.
All right, that sounds good. Tavish kind of walks up to you, Hobbin. I heard you mention something about Gull Keep.
Oh, yeah,
You're
it was
in that place.
What about it?
Yeah, I've been up there before, long time back.
But it's just an old lighthouse. It's what is it exactly? What did you see when you was up there?
Oh, well, I tell you what, it is a misnomer to call it Gull Keep, because them birds, they stopped coming long before the keep went to ruin. Of course, birds know when a place is cursed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then he turns and kind of slides his sword back in his scabbard. All right. Well, here the fuck we go.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'll ask you about that some more, another time. I remember I got some stories of curses in my family. Harley and I grew up hearing all kinds of stories. Not from Aunt Melantha, she doesn't believe in that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'd like to hear about that some more sometime. Or close enough, maybe it'd be worth a visit. We pull this off,
Open that door, boys. Let's go. And they crack open the door. They pull the bar open. They swing it open. And Tavish kind of looks out. He's kind of he's raring to go. Looks out. Looks like the coast is clear. And he steps out slowly. The sun is illuminating the street. It appears as though a normal day, although there's nobody on the streets at all. Obviously, it's quiet. And at the moment, for the moment, you see nothing that is out of the ordinary. And he just kind of waves at the rest of you that are still inside, and one by one you make your way out. And he starts guiding you through town. He's like, there's an old ruined out building. You can smell it. You can smell just the rank odor of decay and death. Just a foul stench. You follow him down the road. You look about, you can see again, equipment, belongings strewn. Some of the doors on buildings and homes are like hanging open as if people left in a hurry. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Perception. For once, I have a character who sucks at that. Actually, no, don't I? Where's perception?
13.
That's 0.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
I also
22.
Ooh,
I got
all right.
a 13 also.
So the Philomena, Portis, and Cooper, you guys are pretty busy just looking in the immediate surroundings. Like, is there something behind that corner as we walk past this little alleyway? Is there something? Remember, this is like a very small, like one road kind of town that you'd ride through on a horse. And if you had your eyes closed, you might miss it. So there's not much by way of a big town here, but there's, like these little back alleys and things like that go between these buildings you're looking and stuff. But Melantha, you look up and you could see on the hillside, like from where you rode in the previous day, that there are 3 individuals standing on the ridgeline, just standing there, not doing anything, just motionless.
Can I see like detail and male or female? Can I tell like human, non-human?
What was your roll? It was a 22.
Mm-hmm.
They appear it's a distance, but they appear to the silhouette of them is similar to the individual that you did battle with the day before that Portis killed. So your best guess is that these are the remaining 3 quote unquote shepherds, and they are standing up on a hillside sort of away from town, but looking down to town, kind of observing, it appears.
Are they front or behind, like us, towards us?
You're not heading towards them. You're kind of moving almost like parallel to them. They're up on a hill here, and you're kind of moving like this, and they're just up there.
Well, Cooper be like, yeah, when I go up on the house at night, that's where I do most of my watch. Yeah, they're there. They're there at the beginning of my shift. They're there at my end of my shift. They're creepy. Well, maybe they're not coming after us, are they? They're not moving.
Well, we've had run-ins with these guys before. Keep your wits about you. That's all I have to say.
I saw you fight last night, the other night. I was up on the roof. I came down before you came in. You guys are badass.
Yeah, now we got 3 on our tail, so...
Yeah, well, they're way back there. Let's go that way.
Hush up now. We're getting close.
All right, now.
And as you pass down the road a little bit farther, the stench is so vile that it clings to the air. It like burns your nostrils a bit and like almost starts to turn your stomach. Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, boy. +1. Oh,
13.
Oh.
7.
6.
Wait, we do have advantages, right?
Yeah, we do have one advantage from
Yeah, you do have to say you're going to use them before you roll, though.
Okay,
Yep.
I wasn't sure about that. Okay.
I rolled a Todd Stashwick +3, so I rolled a 23. But it was a natural 20.
Hey, congratulations. All right, so anybody who rolled under a 10, you begin to heave. If you had food in your stomach, you'd probably vomit your breakfast, but because on account of there's not a whole lot of food to go around, it's mostly just kind of a dry heave.
I'm looking down. I'm like, I told you that hot tech sucks.
Mel is holding it back as much as she can because she refuses to barf in front of these people. She's got that pride. She refuses.
I just take my bandana off. I know it doesn't bother me apparently as much. I smell it, but it's not that. But I'll take my bandana off and I'll put a little bit of liquor on the bandana and put it over my mouth. So at least I'm smelling like a good, whiskey or something.
Smart. You continue following Tavish, and you go ahead. Sorry, Philomena.
I was just going to say something about the dream last night of having that underlying decay in it. I think just kind of just prepared her a little for this.
And interestingly enough, you did not wake up with the hunger in your belly. You woke up, as I said, like feeling rested and fed, and yeah. So you continue on with Tavish, and finally it comes into view. You see this ruined building that has sunken and fallen as if the foundation has been knocked out from underneath it. It now sits sort of tilted to the side, the roof having caved in, and you can smell the stench. You can almost see the steam of foul, rancid decay just sort of like evaporating off of this building. And you can hear the sound of buzzing flies getting louder and louder as you get closer. And the walls of this thing, as Tavish is kind of leading you guys forward, you can see like the walls and the ceiling that's sort of caved in is damp with water, almost like there's a dew on it, but an unnatural, almost yellow green like dew that seems to cover this particular building. What do you guys want to do?
Oof. Well, I have my crossbow already. I'm gonna, if we decide to approach, it's gonna be very cautious and kind of spread out. Not grouped together. But there's a way to get in, right?
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I have a map. Let me bring up a map.
Oh God,
let's
it's
get a
becoming
map
real.
going. Yep.
Map time.
Let's
But I
see.
am also gonna make
Okay.
sure that my little fruit cocktail I'm gonna throw is easy to grab. Make sure my flint and steel, my tinderbox is right there. Tinderbox usually has, the ones that have the little ember already burning in there. So all I really have to do is kind of hold it up to the soaked rag. No need for a torch.
All right. So let's see. I'll bring up this here.
It's a medieval version of a lighter.
I have my hands.
There you go. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of like Cooper's. Kind of like the first time you see this thing, man. Unless you're gonna do something else really spectacular, I suggest lighting, throwing, and then we go in.
So this is the building that I'm talking about here. And as you kind of move into position, you can see that you've got Julian and Lewis and Tavish are sort of leading the way, but there is streaks of blood around right here, this entrance. The entrance itself, a hole in the rooftop, almost looks like a gaping maw of some sort of creature, the way that it's broken. But there's without a doubt something evil lurking inside of this particular building.
It's definitely not a mimic.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, Koopa being the brave one, I'm not a magical man. I don't cast spells. I don't throw fireballs. I throw piss and I cast my sword. And I'm just gonna loosen the sword in the new sword in the scabbard, and my light crossbow's got a lanyard on it. So if I drop it, it's just gonna hang off my back, kind of a little bit. I'm gonna cautiously wait. Can I climb it? I have to climb, don't I, to get in?
Are you going to try to go into the building? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna get close to it. I kind of look around and go, unless anybody else wants to go look, I'll go take a look.
Mel just kind of, does the shoe.
I kind of look at her.
I follow you at a distance. I'm not too keen to get in there
That's
right up. Let's just go take a look, though,
Philomena cast Mage Armor on herself.
Okay, very smart.
I just kind of give Mel one of them looks like, we should talk, like it'd be a good conversation, and we could trade.
Don't bet on it.
Yeah, she's a harder one to crack, isn't she? And I'm gonna creep close. I don't really have any stealth, but I can make a stealth roll. Actually, I'm gonna try to move as stealthily as I can in the daylight, just trying not to make any sound. So I can roll a stealth check if you want.
All right. Yeah, where are you trying to get to on the map? Move your token to where you want to be.
I'm sorry. Where am I here? Let me. Where am I here?
You're right in front of me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I want to come over to the side here. That looks like it's open right there, right?
Yep, there's open
Right
here. It's the kind of opening that you could probably walk into if you needed to. Tavish is probably up there with you. Go ahead and you're gonna try to do it stealthily. Make a stealth check for me, please.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to, people, kind of walk without.
You guys are gonna go around the other side.
Possible. Yeah.
Lewis and Julian are gonna go around the other side. Okay.
And my so stealth check. Okay, so
Yep.
it's not one of my specialties, so I don't get one.
All right.
Oh, okay. I rolled an 18 on a die, and my dex gives me I think because I'm wearing chainmail, I don't get a stealth bonus, a dex bonus. Is that a disadvantage, right? If I'm wearing chainmail armor.
You tell me, man. I don't know. I don't know
if my character,
rules.
but I believe it is. There's a little stop sign next to on my computer, but I don't have it up. So I will give that. Oh, that was bad. I rolled a 2 on that, so I end up with a 4 total.
Stealth. Yeah, you do have disadvantage on stealth.
Right. So my second roll was a 2. So I
shit.
That miserably.
Okay. Yeah, you step on a plank of wood and it snaps, and everybody just kind of stops and looks at each other and looks at you.
Like bloody hell.
You get a view inside now as you sort of get to a position where you can look inside this building, and you can see that there is a bloody heap of flesh inside, twisted. You make out an arm jutting from it, maybe a leg. Flesh sloughing from the bone.
And it's not moving, it's just like there, it's decaying. And how fresh does it look?
You'd have to get closer to make those determinations.
I just
Hey, Cooper.
Yes, sir.
Before you get in there, is there any reason why we shouldn't just burn this building to the ground?
I just I look at him like you are the smartest man in the fucking world right now. I literally take like 3 or 4 steps back and I look at him and I say, I'm like, do you want to do that?
I mean,
There might be someone surviving in there, isn't there? No.
Tavish, there's no way. After everything that we saw just walking in, everything that y'all have gone through the past couple of days being stuck in that tavern, there's no one else out here. No one that's still themselves anyhow.
Yeah,
I just
told you right.
I look at Hoban and I just say, we'll just keep that for a option 2. And I proceed forward again, this time of trying to avoid that board I snapped. I'm not really trying to sneak in. I'm just kind of moving in with my crossbow in my hand, and now it's kind of aimed at that fleshy thing, and I'm looking all around.
You look inside, it's dark. There's a lot of spots where you can't make out any sort of definition, but it's damp. There's flies buzzing around, almost like a cloud of flies that are perched on this heap, and then they kind of come off and buzz around, and one lands right on your face. You kind of brush it away. There's like this yellow green goo that's dripping from the ceiling, and you do see a little bit of movement in the pile, just a slight tremor, and then a little bit more movement.
I just kind of yell. I kind of speak out. If you're alive and you don't want to kill me, please say so right now. And I hold up my crossbow and I aim right for the where I saw the movement.
With the words coming from your mouth, you see a violent tremor in this heaping pile of flesh. And then you see these claws come out, and I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Do I get a chance to actually just shoot my... After we roll initiative, though, do I get a chance to loose my bolt because I was already aiming, like, beforehand?
Sure.
Initiative +2.
Okay. I got a 15.
Oh, come on.
Give me a second here, and I will request your initiative.
Down. Yeah.
Of course.
Anyone have 20 to 25? Anybody have 15 to 20?
15.
Okay, 15 for Philomena.
Come on, guys.
10 to 15?
Oh my God.
Wow, 5 to 10?
You know,
6.
5.
What'd you get, Cooper? Cooper, what'd you get?
Cooper rolled a natural 1, so you got a 3.
Okay, so 6 for Portis. Hold on a second. 6 for Portis. Sorry, Mel, what'd you get? 5?
5. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then a 3.
Go, Philomena.
Okay, that's all right. I rolled a natural 1 for the townsfolk.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but with the bonuses, 21 for whatever is causing the tremor.
The sliding scale.
So I will say, Cooper, it just as a reaction, you fire off your crossbow. Roll with disadvantage.
All right. First roll is a 13. And the second roll is a 16. So 13 plus 2, 15 total.
15. Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Damage on my crossbow. 1d8. So damage on that is actually did 9 points of damage. Very respectable. I rolled a 7.
Cool. All right. So as you fire that off and hit this creature, you see the eruption of the pile of goo, as it were, and this massive, tentacled, segmented-bodied creature, almost like a gigantic cutworm, erupts. And it's not just one, there's 2 of them, as they come barreling out as if they were feasting upon the flesh inside. And they are going to attack. Cooper, this one is going to lunge forward at you, while this one is going for the townsfolk. So we'll go for the one against you first, Cooper. I rolled a natural 1. It totally misses you as it comes out. It has a one of your crossbow bolts stuck in its maw, we'll say. And then the other one is going to come at you, or come at the townsfolk. It's going to go after Lewis. Let me just double check here. Oh, they get multiple attacks. I should not forget how to play this game. 2 attacks. So Cooper, this one's also going to be coming for you. That's a little bit better. That is a 21 to hit.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say that does hit me.
3 poison damage.
Ooh.
Make a con save, please.
Okay. Con save. One of my best abilities. I rolled a 15 total.
Okay, good. So you're not poisoned, which is good.
All right.
These things are nasty. The other one is going to make an attack at Lewis. That is going to hit Lewis with a 15. The other one's going to attack, and then it's also going to attack Julian. That's also going to hit. Oh, geez.
Not Julian.
Okay, so they both take. Philomena, give me a d20 roll, and Portis, give me a d20 roll, please.
Oh, I hate that.
This is for their con saves.
14.
Do I on this?
14, okay.
D20.
Just grab a d20 and roll it? Or are you using the...
I was using the...
Over on the left, if you're in... Yep, over on the left-hand side.
2.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Julian drops to the ground, while Lewis maintains
Oh
his
my
composure, although they're being severely attacked. All right, that brings us to Philomena. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Oh, goodness. I think seeing Cooper like dodge one of the attacks and like stay standing after hitting one and seeing one of the townsfolk just drop, she's gonna move to get a better view of this little critter.
Mm-hmm.
And raises her hand, and the shadows around the creature will coalesce and ride up to its eyes, and I will hex it.
Okay,
As a
very
bonus
cool.
action. Is it? It'll have disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Okay.
And then I will Eldritch Blast it. And hope that people don't question it too much. And,
Okay.
that is a 16 to hit.
That, my friend, is going to hit.
Oh, thank goodness. So that's
Nice.
6 plus 1, so 7 damage.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, gosh,
Respectable.
All right. Anything else? You got you used your bonus action, and movement. Yeah.
Action, movement.
All right, Hoban.
All right. I will raise a hand up my front and cast Shield of Faith. And then I will swipe my hand across to the right to left in front of Cooper and cast Sacred Flame, which is a dexterity save, DC 13.
Okay. All right, Dex. No, an 8.
Awesome.
Wow.
All right.
We're getting lucky.
For 8 damage.
Wow,
Great.
nicely done. A huge blast of flame just covers this thing's face, burns off a bunch of the scales, and it's like smoking this putrid stench. Nice shot.
Damn.
That's it for
Anything
me.
else from? Okay, Hoban. That brings us to Auntie Mel.
Mel is going to move forward in between Tavish and Portis. And she's going to get out her short bow and shoot at it.
Okay.
That is a 19.
That will hit.
Okay, sweet. 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh yeah, this thing is reeling. Nice job. Anything else from Mel?
Nope, nothing from Mel.
Okay, Cooper.
Okay. Cooper's going to suddenly show his professional side as a soldier. And in one fell swoop, light crossbows dropped out of his hands, kind of swings back, and he does a jerk, and his shield that's on his back comes sliding around, and literally he just puts his hand out into the shield and draws a sword and just strikes at the carrion crawler.
Yeah, this is the thing that you're fighting right now. I just put a bigger picture up. All right, give us an attack roll.
I don't like it.
That's
That
nasty.
big thing.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So yeah. So he basically gets his fight on, and let's see here. Oh, I'm getting some good die. 16 plus 7. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
All right. Damage is 1d8 plus 7. It's a 5, a 7. That's 12 points of damage.
Woo.
Slashing.
Very nice.
And I'm kind of like, I'm smiling as it's going, and I'm just like, my brain is thinking, Cole, this is a beautiful sword. That's
Yeah.
going through my mind.
It's so beautiful that it freaking kills this thing.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
Just goo everywhere. Nicely done.
Damn.
All right, that was Cooper's turn. You want to move at all, Coop?
Yeah. If this thing was definitely a killing blow, I just see this thing go. I'm I'm just kind of like yelling, "I'm coming!" And I come around the corner, and I've already seen what Brother Portis had done first with his spell, whatever he did. I saw the effect, and in the corner of my eye, I probably saw what she did with her thing, and I'm just like, "Yeah, people here on business, my ass." I'm just gonna run over to this side here to confront this other creature.
Don't let me hear you say that.
I tried.
All right, cool. So you run over that way. That brings us to I can't remember who went down, whether it was Lewis or Julian.
It was Julian.
It was Julian.
went
Thank you.
down.
Of course, our note taker knows. Thank you. So Julian is down. Lewis is going to run over Julian, and he's going to step in front, and he's going to take a swing and totally miss. And then he's going to like, ah! And then this thing is just towering over him as he's like swipes and misses. Then he kind of looks down and he tries to grab Julian and is trying to pull him away as this thing's looming over the top of him. That brings us to the top of the order. This creature is going to take a swing at Lewis. Yeah. Sorry, Louie. Lewis is dead. Lewis goes down. This thing instinctively turns, Coop, and reaches for you as it's going to try to bite you. I'm going to use my advantage. Thanks, Vamp Wickman, for the advantage.
Thanks, Vamp Wickman, for the advantage.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a 19 on the die.
Yeah,
21 to hit, so...
Yeah, that bite me.
Okay.
Yeah, I took a hit from this bastard.
That's going to be 8 piercing damage.
Wow.
Ouch. Okay. And then, the good news is that you knocked one of them down, but the bad news is that from inside this destroyed building, you hear this massive roar as this creature leaps out. I'm just going to show you a picture of it so that you can see what this thing looks like before this thing is a massive horned toad-like creature, and it leaps out, lands right here as it leaps out of the building as the building is falling apart, lands right in front of Mel, Tavish, and Brother Portis, and is going to start making some attacks. It's going to first, let me just see who it's going to attack. We've got 3 of you there. Brother Portis, it is going to try to take a bite out of you. The 22 to hit.
Barely, a lot.
Just barely hits by a little bit. All right. It's going to be, that's going to be 17 piercing damage.
Holy
It is going to then make a claw attack at Tavish. And it's going to hit Tavish, the claw.
Not my favorite gnome.
Uh-oh. Tavish goes down.
Down but not dead.
Well, it's hard to say. He's in a bloody pile. And then with this last attack, it is going to take a swing at Mel. And is going to miss, I think, with an 11. Yep. Okay. So Okay. That brings us to Philomena.
Philomena, yeah.
Great. There is a lot of fire in her chest, and whether it is fear or anger, is kind of getting swallowed in the flames of needing to get out of this situation and needing to live. She has to. This is not where she is going to die. This is hopefully not where she will watch the people that she's come to get to know over the past couple of days die as well. And trying to breathe and focus and hone what she's going to do, will fire an Eldritch Blast at the crawler again in hopes to kill it. Come on.
Okay, the one over by Coop. Got it.
That's a natural one.
Oh no! You know what? Roll another. We're gonna do this. Roll another attack roll against Cooper's armor class.
Boy.
Sorry, Coop.
That's right. Don't worry. I'm pretty strong.
11.
Oh, that doesn't hit Coop, does it?
No, my
No.
armor class is 18.
Yeah. All right.
There's
So it
like
misses.
this ignition in her wrist, like her blood ignites her hand as this just light flies from it. But I think something about the stench like gets in the way and it goes wide.
Not good. All right. Do you want to move at all, Philomena?
A little bit. I will take some cover.
Yeah. Let's move on
And
back.
My turn.
All right, Hoban, I need you to make because of the stench of this creature that is now looming over the top of you, this huge demonic creature. I need you to make a con save.
All right, I'm going to use my advantage, or my.
Yep, very smart. Thank you, Vamp Wickman.
Yeah, thank you.
And folks, if you want to help our party out, which they may need a little bit, you can donate advantages using bits. I'll put some details in the chat for you. All right.
Sweet. Okay, so that's a dirty 20 or a 5.
Yeah. The 20 makes it. And so it was a con save versus being poisoned.
Oof.
You are now, because you made the save, you're immune for 24 hours.
Awesome.
You will not have to make that save again.
Yes. Well spent.
Yes, well spent indeed.
Is it my
All
turn?
right. Well, yeah, what would you like to do, sir?
I would like to cast mirror image upon myself.
Ooh.
And create 3 more of me in front of this creature.
Nice.
And
Very
then I'm going to
confusing.
move.
Okay.
More of Portis. Great.
Yep, I'm going to move behind Melantha. Actually, I'm not going to be right behind her. I'm going to be that far away.
All
Which I
right.
do believe might invoke attack of opportunity, but it will have to choose.
Yes, and it will swing at you as an attack of opportunity using its reaction, the claw attack.
I think I roll a die for the mirror image.
It's definitely going to hit. That's a 23 to hit.
Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
Okay, so 6 or higher.
7.
Okay, so it knocks out one of your duplicates.
Sweet. All right.
Yep. All right. Very cool. That's a great use of that spell for sure. All right, so that was Portis's turn. Melantha, I need you to make a con save, please.
I'm also going to use my advantage.
Very, very smart.
Yeah. 13 on the first one.
Come on, you can do better.
And nope,
You might
7
know.
on the second one.
Oh no! You
Don't you have
are
any bonus?
you are poisoned.
Do you have any con bonuses?
+1 is my comp.
You are poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So that basically means that where is it here? Poisoned. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it is your turn though. That's the good news? Question mark?
All right. So I see this thing come out, and I'm like, all right, shit just got real. So I put away my short bow, and I get out my short sword and dagger, and 2-weapon fight this thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna do short sword first. 7 on the first. No, hold on. 11. Yeah. I can't math. Hold on. I'm sorry. 13.
13 misses.
The second one is a 17.
17 hits.
Advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So gonna go for the dagger. That is a 23. Yeah, 23 on the first one for the dagger.
Okay.
And then a 23 again on the dagger. So
Okay.
at least that hits.
Yeah, you hit with the dagger.
Oop. That is 2 points of piercing damage.
So what kind of weapon is this? I know it's a dagger, but is it a special dagger of any kind?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right,
No,
you
just regular.
you slash with the dagger and draw some blood on this thing, and it just kind of grimaces. All right. Do you want to move, or are you gonna stand your ground? This thing is looming over you.
Yeah, I'm going to move back.
Oh wait.
Disengage.
You are no. You can move. You're not paralyzed. You are just poisoned.
Okay, I'm just gonna move back just a smidge.
And it already used its reaction, so it cannot
disengage.
attack. Well, you can't wait, are you a rogue? I forget what your class is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so bonus action disengage. Very cool. All right, Mel, that was your turn. Coop.
Cooper hears this other creature behind him, and he's smart enough not to look because you get distracted from what's already in front of you. And he just kind of yells, "I'll be right there in a minute." And he's going to swing at this creature in front of him, hoping to dispatch it as quickly as possible to go help these businessmen, as he heard earlier in the evening. 12 plus 7, 19.
That hits.
Okay, please.
Dave, I do have a quick question. When
Sure.
I did get poisoned, did I take any damage, or is there just
No.
disadvantages on rolls?
It's just disadvantage until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
I hit it for 10.
10 points of damage.
10 points of slashing. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't
Sounds
get a
good.
second attack, but if it's not dead, I'm just gonna stand my ground.
No, it doesn't go down, but you cut off like one of its insectoid appendages, and it falls to the ground, just twitching in the dirt.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can take it down next turn because I can't take any more hits.
So you're gonna stand your ground there, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see. The townsfolk are kind of out of the picture for the moment. Brings us to the nasties. Yeah, this one is going to attack. Remind me the hex, Philomena. How does that work again?
It's only on ability checks that it has disadvantage on.
Ability checks. Okay, so it's not attack
so-
rolls. All right.
No, sadly. I fucking wish.
Yeah, no doubt.
Disadvantage would be
That would have
nice.
been nice. That would have been really nice. Okay, so it is going to take it's going to make a tentacle attack on you, Coop, first.
Don't put your tentacles on.
14 does not hit, and then it's going to try to bite you.
Try to bite me.
That is a 17. I think that does hit you, doesn't it?
No, I have an 18 armor class.
Oh, okay. It misses. Woo!
The shield goes up right into its teeth. Right up
Hell
into
yeah.
its teeth.
Yep, you block it as its teeth just kind of lock onto your shield for a minute, and then it recoils, and it fails to draw more blood on you. Then we have this other toad creature is going to make some attacks. Let's see here. It's going to lurch forward, and it's going to make its first attack. Its bite attack is going to be on Brother Portis. I don't think that's going to hit. That is a 17. That maybe will hit.
First of all, let me see who it targets. I have to roll an 8 or
Oh,
higher.
that's right. Yep.
20.
Okay,
that's
so-
one of my-
Takes out a duplicate. Yep,
Yep.
I won't even roll damage. Then it is going to make a claw attack against Portis again.
Okay, I have one left.
15 this time to hit.
I have to roll an 11 or higher.
Does the 15 hit it?
Yes, it does, because I have a 15, and it is against me directly.
Oh no. Okay, shoot. All right. Last time this did quite a bit of damage to you.
Yes, indeed.
What is your AC right now?
Drop my die.
15.
Oh,
That's good.
Ooh.
This thing's nasty.
That is a 13 points of slashing damage.
Boom on my knees and splat on my face.
Oh no. All right, and then the last attack is going to be against Mel.
Brother
And that is a 16, Mel. Hits, okay.
That hits.
Claw attack. That is going to be 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That is their turn. Philomena, Harley, it's your turn. You see Portis drop as this creature lurches forward and makes a couple of attacks, knocking out the duplicate and then slashing across Portis, and he drops to the ground. What do you want to do?
I think, knowing that we all need to be fighting this creature, I'm going to. She's going to, just under her breath, ask Nyx to please help, and I'll use my advantage to hit against using an Eldritch Blast at the bug to try and kill her.
Over by Cooper. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Let her rip.
Ooh, that's already great. That's the same roll, so 24 to hit.
Oh.
It definitely hits. Come on. Big time. Let's do some big damage here.
Okay, that's a great roll already. And then the d6. That's 11 damage.
That thing goes down. That thing is dead.
Thank God.
Yep. Do you have a bonus
due
action
to
still?
the nature, I do. Due to the nature of my connection with Nyx, the hex energy leaks out of the fluids, whatever blood it has. This kind of black mist hisses as it crawls out and flashes over to the horned toad. And I will choose strength as well, as Philomena feels the strength that's kind of being sapped from this creature fill herself, bolster her, and she's going to actually run forward.
Nice. Coop, as you're standing there getting ready to make an attack on this creature, it's looming over you. You hear this crackle of energy blast into this bug, and it's obliterated. Pieces of carapace, chitinous chunks flying in all directions. You get splashed with some of the green goo on yourself. It doesn't taste good. Anything else, Philomena?
That is.
That was
my
pretty
turn.
awesome.
I'm standing over Portis, protectively trying to make sure he doesn't get hurt again.
All right, Portis, it is your turn. A death save, if you would, please.
Well, it's my turn, or is it? I go last, don't I?
Yeah, it's Portis. It's me.
Yep, it's Portis' turn.
All right. 14.
Oh, thank God.
One
Okay, so that's a success. All right, Mel, I need you to make another con save against this the stench.
Oh.
An 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
11 fails. You continue to be poisoned, but it is your turn.
Dagger short sword again.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 8 on the first one, and then okay, so that'll be 8.
Misses.
Yeah. Okay, dagger. 10 on the first one. 14 on the second one. So. 10.
Misses.
Yeah, figured.
Sadly. Yep. You just feel this sickly, sort of almost nauseating feeling being near this thing. All right, Coop, now it's your turn, buddy. What do you want to do? Well, I guess I should say, Mel, do you want to move at all? Or do you have a
Yeah, I'm going
or
to
a bonus that you want to use your bonus?
disengage.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage back this way.
Okay. All right. All right, Coop, now it's your turn, buddy.
Yeah, Coop. I'm just, that little this bolt comes out of nowhere. My instinct told me to just shift a little bit to my right, and all of a sudden the damn bug just explodes. And I just literally, like I said, I'm in combat soldier mode suddenly. Not even thinking, I just spin right around, and as I'm running across over to this thing with my sword in hand, I'm just yelling, I'm coming. And kind of give a nod to Philomena. If she even looks at me, I'm gonna swing at this thing.
I think she's looking pleadingly at you.
All right. Okay, that's much better. Price, math again. 16 plus 7 is 23? No.
Yep. And are
Yep,
you
yeah.
adding the +1 for the magical sword?
Yeah, I didn't the first time, but now I am.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, 1d8 plus 7. Oh, okay, 6 plus 7, that's 13 points of damage.
13 points of magical damage.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that as you slash and rake the sword across this creature's back, it cuts underneath these like scale-like spiked scale-like almost shielding scales, let's just say scales on its back, and you jam it up underneath and you draw this green blood that drips down its back, and it kind of grimaces and growls and kind of like turns instinctively towards you. But yeah, what was the total damage again? Sorry.
13.
13. Thank you.
Yeah. 13.
All right. Yeah. Big hit. Nicely done. Do you have anything else? Do you have a bonus action?
Not really much of any kind of bonus action. I'm
All right.
pretty much just kind of
townsfolk are busy dying. That brings us to this creature. It is going to, let's just see here. It's got 3 targets to choose from.
Philomena is standing over Portis.
Yep. And Philomena, I'm rolling to see who it attacks, and it is going to attack you. So it's going to try to take a bite out of you.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to do it. That's a 12.
It does not.
Okay, good. All right, then it is going to make a claw attack on. It's going to turn around and like swing its claws at Coop. And miss with an 8, and then it is going to take another swing at Coop with its claw, and that is not going to hit either. That's a 17. So it misses or hits your shield. You hold your shield up again, and it rakes its claws across your shield. That brings us to Philomena.
Great. Do I need to make the con save, or because I succeeded?
Oh, yeah, you do. Yep. Nope. You need a con save. Yep. Thank you.
Okay. That was almost really good. That's an 11.
All right. You are poisoned until the start of your next turn. So yeah, your ability checks and your attacks were with disadvantage. What do you want to do?
That's okay. I would like to feed Brother Portis a healing potion.
Okay. Yeah. You crouch down over him and
my bag, and as I'm
tilt
like
his head
trying to
back.
square up to this creature, just kind of like tilt it over into his mouth. I think it's just a regular healing potion, so it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
And I have 2 of those apparently.
And Coop, don't forget that the sheriff gave you a healing potion as well.
Right. I was actually thinking about maybe
7 points of healing to Portis.
Nice.
How many?
Portis, you 7. You gasp for breath as your eyes open up, and you look up and you see the quote unquote friendly face of Philomena, but then just your eyes kind of focus beyond her, and you see this menacing demon looming above the two of you.
Run! And she's gonna turn back to face this thing and just try to act as a bodyguard for Portis. I don't know if you would allow this, but if he is to run, could I guarantee it hits me, but block the attack on him? Put myself in the way?
I guess we'll have to see what he does.
Okay. That's
all right,
my
so
turn.
you stand your ground. Portis, it is your turn.
Okay. I stumble to my feet and I am so close to this thing. I am going to invoke duplicity by calling out to Cyril to take to channel their divinity through me and create a duplicate of myself right in front of us, or right next to me at least. And there's another one of me there.
Okay. Is that your channel divinity feature? That's
It
pretty
is.
cool.
Invoke duplicity. I can channel it to use an illusion of myself that lasts for 1 minute. Acts as concentration.
Okay.
And let's see. When
You can
both
move it
and
up
your
to-
illusion- let's see.
You can move it as a bonus action. You can cast spells as the illusion.
Yep. I'm gonna step behind my illusion.
Okay. When both you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature that can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls against the creature.
Yep.
But you
I
did
have
just
that.
use your action, right, to use the channel divinity?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. Anything else
That's
from
all I got.
Fortress? Okay. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty sweet. All right. Cool. All right. That brings us to Mel.
So can I, me being, you know, the distance that I am from this, can I tell it is distracted at all?
It certainly is interested in Philomena and Cooper right now.
Okay. So I am going to sneak attack it with
Yes.
my short sword.
Okay.
And because there's multiple people within 5 feet of this, I don't have disadvantage.
Right.
It will. So first off, you're gonna race in. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. You're not poisoned currently because you are more than 10 feet away from it.
Okay. So I'm going to attack with my short sword.
So you're gonna run in.
Yep.
Okay.
Run in. And fingers crossed, please. Hit. Oh, that is a 25 to hit.
Let's go.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll
Okay,
damage and
so
add your sneak
I-
attack. Nicely
so I
done.
get 3d6 against this thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, because of that. That's because you're left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's see, that is 14 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Nice. I miss playing a rogue once in a while.
All right. Anything else? Mel, do you have a bonus action still, don't you?
I do. I am actually going to come over here to Philomena a little bit. And
Okay.
that'll be my end.
All right, Coop. I need you to make a con save now.
All right. Okie dokie.
So far, Portis is the only one that saved versus it, right? Yeah.
My bonus is +3. 16.
Yeah, that's successful. You are now immune to it as well.
All right. But it's my turn.
It is. Yep.
I'm hacking away at this thing, and as I'm
Mhm.
doing it,
Mhm.
I'm just like observing. I'm noticing the fact that how much these 3 strangers kind of like care and act, and how they're doing in combat and helping each other out at the same time. But yeah, I'm noticing that as I'm swinging. Okay. +7. That's a dirty 19 to hit.
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 6 plus another 13. 6 plus 7 is 13.
13. Okay.
Lucky 13. Thing's not done yet.
No.
Magic sword.
It's
Yeah.
you've irritated it. Let's say.
Yeah. I mean, if I notice where I cut it through, I'm probably hitting the same spot if I can.
Yeah, probably. And that magical longsword is definitely helping. Mel, you get the sense that the attacks that you're making are doing damage, but not as much as you might anticipate they would do against a creature that you've maybe fought before. Okay, so it is its turn. There's now 4 of you.
5 technically.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, this one's going to go after Portis, so it's going to maybe get one of your. Does it actually? Does it go for your invoke duplicity? How does that work?
It doesn't specify, but I'm assuming because it's an illusion of me, there's 2 of me standing there, so it's probably a 50-50.
Does it move like when you move? Does it do the same actions?
No, I can
Mirrors
move it.
you?
I can move it separately or independently.
I thought maybe it did exactly like what you did, like you're in a mirror.
I think there's like an intelligence check or something that can be made to tell the difference. But I could be thinking of something else.
Perception.
It doesn't say.
No, it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't say anything about that. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it. I'm just gonna do it the same as the other. I'm gonna add it to your. What was the other thing that you used? The other spell that you cast.
Mirror image.
Mirror. I'm just gonna add it as a mirror image. So it's gonna make a swing at you you the royal you.
So you want me to roll my die to see if it's...
Yeah, that's a 21 to hit, so it's going to hit something.
Oh, do I have to roll over that number or at that number?
I think it's
you want to roll at and above, yeah.
If it's at, then I rolled for the image.
Okay, so it's going to that image is gone.
All right. Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't you. Luckily. All right, and then let's see. The next strike is going to be at Cooper. There's going to be a claw attack.
Gonna spin around at
that is going to be a. Where is it?
Bring it down, frog.
21 to hit. The claw attack.
Yeah, that hurt.
9 points of slashing damage, and then the last attack is going to be against Portis again.
This guy's
again?
This guy's
Yeah, this thing does not like Portis. 19.
That'll do it.
Yep. Ooh, I didn't roll very good damage. 7 slashing damage.
That gets him right to 0.
What I had.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
With Zero, you're only unconscious. I think you're not doing any death saves, right?
No, he
Oh,
is.
that's
He's
true.
he's dying. Yep.
No,
You're dying.
fall to 0 exactly by rule.
Look
you're
it
not
up.
dying.
Look it up.
Will do.
All right. That is their turn. Philomena, it's your turn. I need you to make a con save.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Come on, girly. No, bad. Very bad. Not good.
Okay, so you're still poisoned then.
That girl is.
It is your turn.
Everybody.
Yeah, this could only go well, I'm sure. I'm going to do a little 5 foot. I know that that's not a thing in D&D 5e, but it's fine. I'm going to try and kind of pull Portis back with me.
Okay.
Grab him by the shoulder.
It is going to take an attack of opportunity on you, Philomena, with the claw attack. Dirty 20.
That does hit. Can you have it roll a dex?
So it'll be 9 damage. A dex save, you said?
Yes, please.
10. 10.
That fails. As
Okay.
it rakes into her back, the blood that would splatter on it begins to sizzle and ignite, and it just kind of
Ooh.
gets taken by flame as I hellish rebuke it.
Nice.
You've done
Nice.
that
That
before.
is not a lot of damage, but
Hey, It's a good defensive system.
9 damage out of 3d10.
9 damage. That's pretty good.
man.
Hey, it's a
You
defensive
do
system.
take-
Cool.
You do take the 7 points of
Yeah.
damage, right?
7 or 9?
I think I don't remember what I said actually.
I think you said
Maybe-
9 and I did 9.
All right, 9 then.
But I'll
right.
drag Portis back.
Yeah, you're able to drag Portis back. His lifeless body is dying, or his unconscious and stable body. Kai.
I have to make that saves. Whenever you start
Yeah.
at 0, you have to.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, you guys tried to
wasn't
sneak that
sure.
one by me, and I wasn't buying it.
Sure, depending on what you
All right, that brings us to Mel. It's your turn. You have not successfully saved against this thing, have you? So I need you to make
No.
a con save.
say.
Hold on now. What's up, Doc?
All right, you MFers, help me
Hey,
out
Doc.
here.
Doc, that is good for 2 advantages. So just let me know which 2 players you'd like those to go to.
Give him to Portis.
I failed my con save.
Okay, so you're still poisoned.
Girly.
This poison
These
feature is
dice.
rough.
Get new dice.
But it is your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna hit it with my short sword and try and do a sneak attack.
Thank you, Doc. And you have an advantage from Doc's shoulder. If you'd like to make that just a normal roll, you can do that with an advantage.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Doc. And then Jeff, you got an advantage from Doc as well.
Thank you, Doc. Love you. Can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks.
I don't think a 9 hits.
Oh shit, nope, sure doesn't.
Yeah.
That was with advantage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, it was a straight roll because she had
Yeah,
disadvantage.
straight roll, yeah.
Are you gonna use your offhand attack as well?
Yes, I will do that. With disadvantage?
Yep. Yeah, because you're poisoned.
Okay. I just didn't know if that covered short sword and dagger or just one.
Yeah, all attacks and ability checks.
Okay. That is a 21. Yeah, 21.
That hits.
And then a 9. So
9 points of
doesn't
damage?
hit.
Oh,
no,
no. 9.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that misses, unfortunately. Okay. Bonus action.
Right now. I'm disengaging.
Disengage and run. I just zoomed out a little bit and I looked at Portis and Philomena, how they're positioned there, and I thought of the that painting American Gothic, I think it's called.
Oh my god, it's perfect. Let me do some photo editing real quick.
I know there's some artists that are watching. If you could sketch that up, please, that'd be fantastic.
And you know, just
Pat draws here.
Little side note that everyone thinks it's a man and his wife. I believe it's a man and his daughter.
Interesting. Cooper, it's your turn.
Koopa's getting really pissed that this thing is still alive. So he's gonna use his advantage from Doc's shoulder.
Yes. Let's go.
And he's gonna, he's just looking at it with like, you're really ugly. Let's change that a little. First roll is a 5, and the second roll is almost was a 19, but oh wait, a 19. Okay, a natural 19. I crit on a natural 19 with my class.
Okay. Yeah. And it's definitely a hit. So go ahead and roll your. You can either roll the dice twice, or you can roll the dice and double them. You have to decide beforehand.
If I roll the dice twice, I'm only adding the bonus damage once, right?
Correct. It's just the die rolls that you do double.
Right. I'm gonna roll the dice twice.
Okay.
I get better chances. If I roll a 1 and I double it, I'm only getting 2. So
I know.
It's easier to roll
I know.
dice and guarantee the lowest I can
We'll
get is
see.
2. Let's get in the box, shall we? All right, it's a 4 for the first one, and a 7 for the second one. So that's
Okay.
4 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18 points.
Ooh, really nice. Oh, all right. Very nice.
Cooper
Yeah, that's
wants
a
to-
huge hit. You have its attention, my friend.
You know what they say about shooting frogs in a barrel? Well, this is the barrel shooting the frog.
Oh, famous last words, my friend. Famous last words. Townsfolk are busy bleeding out. Although Julian is just
He's just poisoned.
paralyzed. He's paralyzed. So he's still alive.
They're okay. They'll be fine.
yeah. Yep. All right. Well, Coop, hate to say it, but you have this thing's attention now. That was a huge hit. It's going to make some attacks on you, my friend. It's going to try to bite you first.
All right. Let's see what happens.
It's a 19 on the die, so 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. I just rolled almost max damage.
Well,
23 points of slashing damage.
All right. What's 12 minus 23?
0. You go down?
Yeah, Koopa just kind of goes, oh shit, and then this thing just kind of smacks him, and he just like goes flying like 5 feet to the ground.
Okay, this thing grabs
whatever.
poop. This grabs your body as you fall on the ground.
Yep.
It picks you up with one of its claws, and it's
Well, it
going
already hit
to.
me twice, so.
Yep, it is
Can't
going
hit with one
to
more
take
hit.
a big bite out of you.
Wait, how many hits does this thing get?
Well, it has 3 attacks per round.
Oh, so this just started.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Yep. So it's gonna take a bite out of you. It's gonna have advantage, obviously, because it's got your lifeless body.
How many
Yeah,
characters can Jeff
that's gonna
McKay,
hit.
Have in one series.
So many death. So much
I am
death.
the king of death. I am the king of death for you, Dave.
You're not
Yeah,
idiot.
this is gonna hurt.
I've dodged you so many times.
All right, so you are going to take a failed death save.
Right.
It's a critical hit, actually. So you take 2 failed death saves. Yep.
Hmm.
This is like Shades of Greyhawk all over again.
Yeah, it really is. And then it takes your body and just kind of throws it down on the ground and turns towards Philomena and Portis and Mel. It doesn't have any more attacks left, and it's just gonna like snort really loud and just it's gonna do a Alan Henry King Kong freaking roar at you guys. That brings us to Philomena. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Oh, so many things. Can I just take like 3 actions?
I mean, yes, over the next 3 turns.
Great. We don't have 3 turns, Dave. I'm gonna try to hit it.
There we go. That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
Bolt this thing. Bolt it.
That's a 9.
A 9 misses.
That's a 9. I'm guessing I can't bonus action feed anyone a potion.
Yeah, no, not as a bonus action. You could take you could take one yourself as a bonus action.
Oh, should I do that? I mean, it'd be real bad if. Do attacks count as
Oh,
checks?
it looks like someone named DM Dave just cheered bits for you, Jeff. You get an advantage.
Damn, Dave. I still have one from Vincent.
Oh.
Didn't I still have one from Van Flicken? Did I ever use
I think
his?
you're dead out. But now you have one from some benevolent individual named DM Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks, DM Dave.
Yeah. He must be related to you.
Who knows?
Maybe somehow.
Don't forget to subscribe and
Just-
follow.
Just in case, do attack rolls count as ability checks? I think we already cleared this. It doesn't.
I think they call them out differently in my recollection of the rules, which are
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Too
it's
many
attack
and
rolls
convoluted.
and ability checks.
Attack rolls and ability checks. Unfortunately, then
yeah.
that
well. So you're no longer poisoned at the beginning of your turn.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think it does much for me right in this moment.
But it's kind of nice to know.
But they're
It is
being
kind of
poisoned.
nice to know. Oh! I forgot that after the creature died, I got 8 temporary hit points.
That's beneficial.
Oh, as the one of your abilities.
Is it okay? I know that it's a little after the fact. Is it okay if I add that in right now?
Yeah. Of course.
I need to remember that. That I'm just gonna keep pulling.
Why are you smiling like that, Coco?
Nothing.
I'm just gonna put him behind me at this point, so that hopefully he'll have to choose whether to go after me or Mel, instead of getting us both in one range.
Can always run, right, Jeff? Running is always an option.
Yeah, just that Shiv. Running is always an option.
That's right. All right. Anything else from Harley/Philomena?
That's all I got. I think.
All right.
Nah, that's all. That's all.
Brother Portis.
Let me just
Natural
make a
20.
roll here.
Natural 20. Come on.
Nat 20, and you're up
You know
with
you
1
want
hit
it.
point, buddy. Nat 20. Here it is.
You know you want it.
I got a 14.
Okay, that's still
That's
a
close.
success.
That's a
Still
success.
alive.
Yeah, you're still alive. All right, Mel. It's all you, Mel.
I'm going to run to Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
grab his his little, shoulder pads, the fabric by his shoulder, and just drag him.
He's got the Arsenio Hall shoulder pads.
Yeah,
Oh,
I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, Western
But
Western.
and can I give him a healing potion, or is that my
As an action, you can. Yeah, it would be your
Okay,
action.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna give him my healing potion.
Okay. He needs it. That's for sure.
How many is it? 2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus. Okay. So that is. You got 6
Oh,
points
okay.
back.
I see what you did there. Plus 10. Very nice.
I like, she pours it down. If I have, my reaction in the moment that she's doing it is literally like, my sword's obviously not in my hand right now. Probably dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
And my instinct is I look up and I see this woman above me, and I almost reach up to grab my hand to bring her head down to kiss her.
You would get stabbed. She'd bring
Yeah,
you
you
back
would.
and then instantly
That would be a
shake
very
you.
bad decision.
It's just, he wakes up, he sees this.
So that
beautiful
aside,
woman over him.
What it is there anything else, Coco, from that you'd like to do?
Oh, I kind of bring us back this far. So I pour it down his throat. I'm like, hey, you're not sleeping on the job. Come on now, we've got work to do. You're not dying here.
I'll give you a little bit of movement, but not that much, because it normally would take an action to drag somebody. But you gave him the potion, which is good. All right, Coop, your eyes flash open. You have this delusional thought. You do have a healing potion, and we'll say that the sword is like within arm's reach.
Yeah, I mean, I got that potion right there in my little side satchel,
Hmm.
and like I said, I'm a veteran. I know I'm hurting, maybe broken fingers, whatever. I just grab that thing, I rip the cork out, and just guzzle it in like 2 seconds. I suck it out well. I was like,
Yep, that's a bonus action. So go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. Tab dash, what do me good here? All right, that's 3, and another 3, so that's 6 plus 2 is 8.
8 more. All right, and then you have your action still. You're also prone, so if you want to get up, you'll take half your
gonna be get up, grab my sword, get up, and skitter back a bit away from this thing, so I get my bearing.
Okay.
Where am I? Right here. I'm just gonna kind of skitter back. Where Mel's in my view. I give her a weak thank you. Thank you, dear.
You want to use an action to do anything?
Actually, I mean, can I? I mean, I wasn't sure if I could attack.
You got up and moved. You still have an action.
Well, if I got up and grabbed my sword at the same time, and I was already over here, could I have a chance to swing at this thing?
Yeah, you still have an action. If you want to use it, you can. I would use it.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. That's why I was going to back away.
Grabbing your sword's a free action.
Oh, okay. So I basically I sucked that sucker right down. I mean, I just get up and go, don't ever do that again. I just, that's not a miss. 14 plus 7, that's 21.
That hits.
30, 21.
Come on, Coop.
That's 7 plus 7. That's 14 points of damage.
Oh my God, that's a good shot. That's good. It's still up.
I'm like literally it's been like literally 25 seconds of combat, and I'm like sweating, and I'm down, I'm bloody.
Portis is down too, right, Portis? Or are you up? You're down. Yep.
Oh no, I'm down.
Yep. All right. That is your turn, Coop. I think if you wanted to still move, you can get to about right there, I would say, with getting up and everything you've done. Unless you want to stand your ground, it's totally up to you. Cooper, do you want to stand your ground? Or do you want to move?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You can either be here or you can move back.
Disengage back just for a second, then I'm going to run back in on my next turn. But I'm just going to disengage just a few feet, just to make him move away from anybody else, just to give him choice.
All right. You guys, It's the monster's turn.
Yeah, I know.
Tortoise, give me a D6 roll.
5.
All right, it is going to follow you, Coop. It's going to make a couple of attacks here. First one is going to be against Coop. This is a bite. That is a 17. I think that misses you. You throw your shield up as it comes in. It's going to make a claw attack against you as well. That is an 18.
If it meets, it beats.
Okay, so that one hits with the claw attack.
Less than 16 damage.
8 damage, and then a third attack is going to go after Mel for 16 to hit Mel. That doesn't hit you, does it?
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that's claw attack against Mel. That's 12 damage slashing against you, Mel.
Okay.
That is its turn, as it is following you. That brings us back to Philomena. Come on.
I just need you dead. I just need you dead. I just need you dead. It just needs to
No.
die.
Harley.
I don't think we can catch a break here. It's a 10 to hit.
10 to hit?
10
No, that's not going to do it. It's not going to do it.
Oh,
Philomena,
so
what the heck?
really unfortunate.
Bonus action? Anything?
I really don't think so. I don't think I have much. I mean, I can run forward to take hits. I think that.
Yeah, why?
You know, like.
Why?
That's my turn. I think at this point, the stress of the situation, Philomena's form is flickering from Harley to Philomena to Zelivon to Lewis to Tavish back to Harley in just like a very quick, fiery kind of it's swallowing itself Ouroboros kind of look, as she's just like her physical form is like glitching out as she doesn't know what to do, and that's her turn.
All right. Wonderful. Tortoise, it's your turn, buddy.
Tortoise.
Watch this. Hold my beer.
Let's do it. 20. Nat 20.
About 9.
Come on.
Uh-oh. So one failure, one success?
Yep, I'm just in limbo.
Okay. Shit. All right. Mel.
I'm teetering.
Yes, or the rest of your companions.
I am saying
You would get
What's
sneak
that?
attack damage, just saying, if you attacked just because you've got an ally within 5 feet of the creature. I don't know if that factors into your decision making.
no, that has factored, but
Heart of Adventures, like, end the fight now.
I am saying fuck this.
End it,
and
Mel.
I am misty stepping.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Hold on, where?
Yes, yes. Off the map.
Yep, completely
Mr.
off the
Stepney,
map.
off
yep.
the map. I love it. Bye. Bye.
Back to Crockport.
Yep. Oh, Mel, that's beautiful. Like only Auntie Mel could do. All right, so you Misty Step off the map.
Yep. Oh shoot, I'm in measurement mode.
Yep. All right, so you're gone, leaving Cooper. Leaving Cooper there. Oh my God. All right, Cooper, it's your turn. Mel disappears.
Cooper just like sees like this flash and notices that the person that just
Can I
saved
interrupt
him-
for 1 second? I apologize, Jeff. Let me interrupt for just
Yeah, go ahead.
1 second, because Misty Step is a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want, Coco, but you could attack as your action and then bonus action Misty Step the
and then get
GTFO.
away.
You're muted, but
I would do it.
I would like to do that. I want to do both.
yeah. Sorry, Jeff, but I was like, wait a minute, hold on. This step is a bonus action. So,
It's
anyways,
more
yeah,
in her
go ahead.
character to do it that way, anyways. It's more in her character to attack and then leave.
Yeah. Well, either way would have been so Mel. But I just want to make sure you realize that.
Yeah, I wanted to do one last hurrah, and then I wanted to get the hell
Yeah.
out of there, but I was like, I have to choose one.
Come on
okay,
now.
because
Yep.
I'm
That's why I
glad
wanted to
it's,
mention it, not to tell you what to do, but just to make sure you were aware. So let's do it.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Okay, yes. So I am going to sneak attack with my short sword, and I don't have
Okay.
any disadvantages.
Let's see. Oh shit, you have to make a con save.
Come on.
The
No, you got this, you
main
got this.
roll of the night for me.
I know. Come on. Roll high.
All these things. 5.
Okay, so it's gonna be a disadvantage. You gotta get rid of that goddamn
No,
die.
you're gonna hit it anyways.
I have
Yeah.
like 15 in front. I have 15 in front of me, and every time I make a con save, they're all giving me low rolls.
Come on,
Oh.
hear me out. You're about to roll 2 nat 20s.
Come on. That would be
Oh,
awesome. That'd be
Nat
epic.
20s.
That would be epic.
So that is a 12 on the first one,
It's not nat 20.
and a 10 on the second one.
That's with your bonuses.
Yeah.
All right, so you misty step.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
All right.
missed and step.
Missed step.
After I saw the second attack,
Oh,
after I saw it just
shit.
didn't go through, I was like,
yep.
yeah, I'm leaving.
Okay.
I can't die here.
You're gone, girl. You are gone. All right. That leaves Cooper. Go ahead. Now do your thing, Coop.
Yeah. Cooper's just literally like, he sees this happen. He's like, where the fuck? Like, split second thoughts. And he's just like, I don't know if I hate her or if I want to marry her. And he's
You don't know her well, do you?
Yeah. Not well at all.
Cooper's like, all right, I'm right behind you. He's gonna swing and run. +7. That's 22 to hit.
That hits.
These dice have been fairly good to me tonight, except for a few bad rolls. All right, that's max damage. That's 8 + 7 is what, 15?
Woo! Very nice.
Please.
Okay. Big hit.
Did he go down?
No.
Last legs.
No.
If he didn't go down, he's going to use his he's just gonna bonus action disengage and get the fuck out of there. He's not gonna give it a chance to swing back at him. He's smart enough to do that.
You can use your second wind. What did you say?
I can use
Second wind. Second wind is to regain hit points. You can do that as a
Right.
bonus action. You do have an action surge. Maybe that's what you meant.
Do I have an action, sir? Oh, I do have an action, sir. I can take
Yep.
additional
Oh my
action.
god, use an action surge.
Oh, I'm gonna swing again then. Right?
You could either, you could do whatever. You can just basically once per short rest, I guess. Used to be long rest. You can do an action. Yeah, you get an additional action, which would allow you to disengage. Otherwise, you don't have disengage.
You know what?
As a
I'm
bonus
not dumb
action.
enough, to stay by myself. That's what happened to me when I was younger. And he's going to disengage and get the hell out of there. He's going to follow wherever the other guys went. Maybe regroup and come back.
Okay. Flavor-wise, it does take a swing at you, but misses because you disengage.
Right.
Where are you moving?
Right. I'm going to, because I had to I'm going to head up to where Philomena is. Up that way.
Then we won't have to regroup.
All right, so I'll move you. You move up here. That's the end of your turn,
You could
Coop.
get past Philomena.
Yep, wherever 30 feet. And then that brings us to the creature. It is going to leap through the air like a toad might, and land in a extremely heroic landing. It's going to stick a landing in front of you. Dust flies up in the air, and it rears up on its hind legs. And as it's about to swing down on, you don't even know who it's about to swing down on, you hear this whistle. And instinctively, you all look up, and on the ridgeline, you see the 3 shepherds. And then you turn back, and this creature, there's this puff of black smoke. And you watch as this black death's head moth flies right past Philomena, like brushes your cheek. You can feel the tickle of its wing along your cheek, and it flies off into the distance. You look back up from where the whistle came, and you don't see any of the shepherds on the hillside. And you hear Julian off to the side. Oh, help! Help!
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
running to Portis and giving him a potion.
I'm running over to Julian because I'd known him longer than I'd known these guys.
Yep. Don't worry about the map anymore. You give Portis a healing potion. Philomena, go ahead and roll that. Cooper, you run over to Julian and help Julian get back on his feet, and he just like falls to his knees again as he sees Lewis. Lewis is dead. You can tell right when you look at him, Cooper. You've seen dead people before.
I just do that. Don't look. You know, I literally, like, with my hand, I just turn his head, like holding him, kind of like, okay, I'm gonna hold you, but I'm gonna hold you by the back of your skull so you don't look at your friend, and lead him away. As damaged as I am, I'm limping too, I'm sure.
I open my eyes and I look up and I see Philomena.
You see Mel.
Oh, no. Malantha, where am I? Unexpected aid.
Are you okay?
Do you sound like Philomena?
Can you stand?
Yes. Child, thank you. Help me.
She'll help him
Oh.
out.
Oh, I better remember where I'm at. Oh, thank you, sis.
Who's Philomena?
I mean,
our mother.
She'll like look down at herself, see the black clothing, the reference of Mel, and go back to herself, her actual self.
Philomena's our mother. I looked up and saw her in my sister's face in my delusion of coming back.
Gorgeous.
I'm just like, I don't care. You guys held it.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened, but I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they stopped it. They're evil, but why did they just thing could have killed us right then and there? I mean, why are they benefit? Maybe they were worried we were going to kill their pet, maybe?
I don't know. It turned into a fucking moth and flew away.
Well, it's gone.
Yes, that's all that matters. And I'm gonna create bonfire inside of the building, to just start burning it.
If somebody wants to grab Julian, I don't know where your other friend went, but I went over and grabbed is Tavish dead? I'm checking Tavish.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Could I help?
14.
14. There is a shallow breath on Tavish. Julian is on his feet. Lewis is dead.
Yeah, I literally. Tavish is a good man.
I can help him.
I don't know if he's gonna die or not. I'm like,
I can help him.
All right.
I still look like Hobbin, but my voice is a little different.
As he comes over, I go into Tavish's vest and I pull out my tab and I rip it up.
Fucked up.
I will cure wounds on Tavish.
Okay. As you do that, his eyes flutter open. Did we live?
We called
Yes.
it a draw.
I feel like I'm fucking dead.
I do as well.
I think we all do. That thing was nasty.
Help me up.
I'll help him up.
I'm gonna go grab who was it? The other body.
Lewis.
Lewis. Yeah, I'm gonna cover him up a little bit, wrap him up, and I'll probably wrap in my my overcoat, and I'll put him over my shoulder, and I'll be the last one in line so that Julian doesn't have to see it. But I'm looking around for him, like, where'd your friend go? She's just like up and she was gone.
Yeah, she left.
You guys are pretty strange business, man. I'm sure there's more to your story, but you know what? I don't care. I got my own stories.
Yeah, I think it's best to not ask questions right now.
No, but you guys did well.
We should get back to the inn.
Yeah, I'm covered in shit. I just cleaned these two.
I'll press vegetation, you clean.
Meanwhile, the lair of this creature is burning, and you can just see these big, billowing black clouds of smoke going into the air, and it smells terrible. Philomena, as you take a step and turn, you look down and you can see that there is a polished stone figurine at your feet. Resembles a... Well, let me ask you this. Do you pick it up?
Yeah, I do.
It's a deep green stone figurine that resembles a toad. Like green with sort of black veins. Some sort of almost like a quartz-like, but dark and rich. You don't remember seeing it there before.
Can I do some sort of Arcana check?
What are you trying to? What would be the motivation or purpose?
Is
What do you-
it magical in nature? Like, do I see runes? Is there something that I can take? Might just be vibes. I'm a warlock. I'm not a wizard, so I haven't studied this. But like, is there? Am I getting anything out of it from it?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
12.
Okay, that's enough to get a sense that there's something unsettling about this.
She'll pocket it. And by pocket it, I mean put it in her bag and not where it touches her skin.
Okay.
Where is Melantha?
I was asking. Oh,
I don't particularly give a shit right now.
yeah.
She left.
Noted.
Pretty nasty to your niece there, huh?
Well, no, she was
Me
all
to
right.
die. She left him to die. She left me to die.
Yeah.
I went back in the direction of the inn.
You know,
Okay.
I look at Philomena and Brother Portis, and I just say, don't be too hard on her, because I know exactly where she's coming from.
Great. We'll see if she apologizes and we'll go from there. How about that?
Yeah. All right. I'm just saying,
I simply don't know what happened.
Oh, we fought.
Well,
We got her.
you got your ass kicked. Cooper
Oh, I
hit
remember
it
that.
a lot, which is great. He also went down, and Mel just left. Just left
Yeah.
us.
Right.
The Philomena's seething. Like her eyes, which are kind of this amberish color, are like a bit glowing. They're blazing.
What you rubbing your hands for, Dave?
I was
You
just
cooking
I
over
was
there,
just
Dave?
planting a seed, covering it back up, and then watering it. And as the four of you, Tavish and Julian, make your way back to the tavern, I think this will be a great place for us to end tonight's session, as you will reconvene during our next session to decide what the ramifications are of what just happened and what happens next. So thank you all for being here. Really appreciate
Thank you for
your
the advantages.
yeah. Oh my
Yes,
God.
thank you.
And Brickman and
Oh
Doc.
my God. You know, the benefit of thank you guys for helping them out.
Dave.
The benefit of this battle is that once you are able to take your next long rest, you will have gained a level. And so we will take care. we'll get to deal with that in between tonight and our next session, which is next week.
Yes.
Thank you all for hanging out with us and playing. You guys are awesome. The role play in the first half of this game was
awesome.
really, really fun. You guys, really fun.
Role play
Yeah,
in the next
thank
game
you.
is gonna be
It's gonna be hostile. It's gonna be hostile. Oh my God.
The hostile is a great word for
good.
it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Thank you so much. All right, let's quickly go around the virtual table. Remind people who you are, even though they know you. Please do it. If you have stuff going on, let them know where they can find you. All that good stuff. Let's go ahead and start with Coco.
Yes, hi everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging with us, and for all of those who supported and gave advantages. Thank you so much. They did come in handy. But what I have going on this week, I will be so busy during the weekend. I'm playing in 5 games over
Oh my
a span
God.
of 3 days.
Whoa.
I will be on Phantom and Jay's game on Friday morning. I will be on Steven Chanel's game Friday afternoon. I will be on Phantom Rod's game Friday night. Then Lord Gazumba's game on Saturday night, and then Stronghold D&D's game on Sunday afternoon. So that is where you will be able to find me. But other than that, I will be streaming on my channel tomorrow, more than likely 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a new game I'm playing. We're going to play some Warframe. So if you feel like coming and stopping by, please do so.
Oh, what's up, Folk and Myth? Thank you so much for the raid, y'all. We are just wrapping up. I'm so sorry, but we're gonna pay it forward. So stick around. We are gonna raid into some folks. Coco, thank you so much for making time. You're busier than I thought. Thank you so much for being able to play in this game. It's been awesome to have you in this game. It's been really, really great.
I have had so much fun. This group that you have brought together is amazing. The DMs, the games that you run are amazing. I am just so happy to be here.
Hey, thank you. It's great to have you. You've added quite a bit to this. We could just love on each other the rest of the night, but let's move on.
Of course.
Let's go to, I will say this. What Coco was talking about is the St. Jude fundraiser that's coming up this weekend. We will have a game on Sunday, which I'll tell you about, but there's a link if you want to go make a donation. Donations are live already. Our friends who just rated in, Folk and Myth, are running games. Lord Gazumba's running games. Darling Creepshow's running games. As you heard, Phantom NJ, Stronghold D&D, all the peeps, all the creatives are running games and raising money for St. Jude. So, Coco, thanks for all of your efforts in that. Let's go next to Ty, Dungeon Mr. Ty.
Hey, thanks so much for having me here. Yes, Dungeon Mr. Ty, owner of Adventure Sling Productions, creators of New of Arden and the Fortunes D4 system. You can find everything at adventuresling.com, including 2 podcasts, one in which there are great conversations with interesting people doing cool stuff in the industry, and 2, a dramatic audio cast of stories set in New of Arden called The Chronicles of Nephis. New of Arden itself is in final checks of editing on certain revisions, and I actually got a beautiful new character sheet to look at tonight and check for fixes on that before it goes to print after 3.5 years. So more on that to come. But I will be in the St. Jude's event on Sunday that Dave's going to talk about, and back here on Tuesdays. So we'll see you there.
Very stoked that you're in that game as well, Ty. Thank you so much. I can't wait to play more New of Arden. And just as a teaser and spoiler, not because it's not spoiling anything, we are going to be running some more New of Arden here on Guild Superior in the not too distant future. So
Yes.
keep your eyes peeled. We may have some casting opportunities, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Ty. I really appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you.
Let's jump next to Scottish Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hello. Hey, I'm Scottish Jeff. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for the advantages. You can usually find me here whenever Dave's got a game available and he asks for players. But I will be, yes, this coming Sunday, we'll be playing in Dave's game for the charity weekend along with Ty. It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm just glad to be here. And yeah, the storyline is really good. And I'm sorry, but Dave, your descriptions and your exposition is just spot on. It's great.
Well, you guys are very inspiring, so thank you for for lighting that inspiration.
But I was literally, before we get to our final and beautiful guest, Philomena, yeah, I was literally getting PTSD fighting this guy. 'Cause I was thinking, oh God, I'm going to go down the same way Gurkha did. I
Dead
was
in the
fight or
streets.
flight.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get one last good hit, and if he wasn't going down, I was like, I'm out of here. So,
Well,
yeah.
there was a threshold, not to give away too much, but there was a threshold at which the handlers, if you will, were calling them back.
Yeah.
Almost
We
as
didn't
if
know that.
just to plant another seed, almost as if you're being tested.
Yeah. But we didn't know
Okay.
that. But anyways, but thank you.
Yeah. Jeff, absolutely. Thank you very much. You always bring some strangeness and unexpectedness to the game, which I love about you. All right, and last but not least, let's go to Rachel. Rachel, thank you so much for making time. I know you're busy as well with school and everything else, but so glad you're here for this.
Thank you for letting me be here. This has been incredible, and I can't wait for more sessions. Oh, this is such a wonderful callback to when we did this last year, and just the excitement and the bubbliness and just that I feel every time we get together and play these games. It just it makes my week. I'm Rachel. Hello. I really don't have that much going on, so you should come back whenever this lovely man streams and watch all his streams, and also come back next Tuesday because then I'll also be here, and then you can figure out what happens next. Is Philomena gonna yell at Mel? Most likely.
Oh boy, I can't
Oh,
wait.
she's most likely gonna yell back.
And that's
Bring your
okay.
popcorn. Bring your popcorn, people. Bring your popcorn. It's going to be a
Next
good one.
Tuesday, cat fight.
Snacks are mandatory.
Discord out because Heart of a Duncher made a very silly meme in the general chat.
Okay. Well, we
So
will.
if you're not already in the Discord, you should join it and go
You
look
should.
at it. Because it's
Good
beautiful.
call. Yep. There's the link to join the Discord.
I got
Thank you. It was that was a great segue. Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream, to the players for playing. This has been absolutely fun. This Outlaws game has been a blast. So I'm so glad that we're doing it again. I wanted to just make another, we've been talking about this St. Jude fundraiser, just to plug. Our game is on Sunday. We've got Ty, we've got Scottish Jeff, we've got TJ Storm, we've got Alan Henry, and we've got Shiv. And we are playing One Foot in the Grave. This year's theme is Undead Tumult. So you can kind of understand what they're going to be up against. But there are some pre-game incentives if you're interested in jumping in early and helping them out, including, and I circled it in red so you know that it's important, leveling the party up. They're starting at level 1 in a very difficult adventure. So help them out with some loot and some spells and some levels if you can. And it's all for St. Jude, so thank you for that. My name is Dave. I love playing games with my friends. That's why I'm here. Thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and raid into Magi RPG. It looks like they've got a fun game going on, and they are great people as well. So stick around for the raid. Let's give them some good old-fashioned Guild Superior love, and we will see you this weekend for the St. Jude fundraiser. Love you all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.